Welcome back to Dynasty Warriors 7 Xtreme Legends Definitive Edition. Rolls right off the tongue. We are going to try to continue working through the Chaos story mode of Wu. However, we ran out of gold last stream, and so I need to start off by just grinding out some gold. So here we are in Conquest mode. I certainly hope that I am still Zhang He. I think I'm still Zhang He. Let's find... Okay, so that one's 1300. Conflict, that's a massive brawl. I'm going to look for the ones that give us weapons that pay a lot, because we can just go straight to the end, kill the main person, and just grind that. Claws, 1300. That is not the button I wanted to press, thank you. Hey look, I've done this on every single difficulty. Do I want to start on Chaos? Sure. Let's just go Chaos. Thought about doing Nightmare, but I don't think that that is a good idea right now. Not for the first one. Oh, I love starting on the horse. Thank you for starting us on the horse. Alright, straight to the end, straight to the end. And then I get to drink my faux coffee, which I have, as of today, dubbed as Foffy. Which I just recently realized actually has caffeine in it. So that could explain why I haven't been able to sleep. It is the fact that I have been drinking caffeinated things that I thought were non-caffeinated. Alright, Jaha Yuan. Nope. Camera. Can we pin you? I forgot. Probably pin is not a good... Okay, it landed this time. I know in the past we've had issues with the pin seeming like it'll land, and it'll just like magnetize over to another direction. Oh, I forgot that we changed the claws. Those are nasty looking claws. Okay, so we got 39,000 gold from that. Fame. I'm sure fame does something. We've talked about this, but I'm like, I can't spend fame. It just exists. And I have, what, 1.6 million fame? If I can read. Wait, no. 1.6 million. Alright, too bad we can't turn fame into gold. Let's do it again. No, I don't want to do that. Every single time. Every single time. To the end again. So, what's my goal for gold before we go back into story mode? I think at least 200k. That would be ideal. But then we'll probably be back to grinding again. 200k if we have to upgrade a couple people. That's not going to be enough. That's nowhere going to be enough. Darn it! Thought I could keep him up in the air, but no, he righted himself. That's a Musu. Gosh darn it. Whew. I always like... Zhang He's Musu is a little bit short, so a few other Musus will last longer, and so you can get hit by the tail end of some people's Musu, and I couldn't remember if Archerman is the one. Alright, so like 2 or 3 more of these, and then we should be able to go back to story mode. Should start timing myself to see the quickest time I can do this.
You're out here all alone?
Seeing if I can get the Musu. Most of the time is spent running to the end. I'm trying to think if it would be better if we did an earlier stage, at easier difficulty to ensure that the fight goes slower, but just the longest time it takes is the running. It's less the fights. So I don't think going at easier difficulty would make it much faster for us, because he goes down pretty quick.
My victories are tinged with a hint of beauty.
Looking at Zhang He's hair, it reminds me of a balloon. You know, like the balloons that are balloon animals are made from, the long ones? Because it doesn't quite behave as individual strings. It kind of moved like a balloon. Balloon animal balloon.
Much like a rose has its thorns, I have these lovely claws.
Wait, that was a different name last time that was there. Do they change the spawning locations of nameless officers? Or maybe they just changed the types of officers that spawn in this. That's probably it. In these types of things, they probably choose random nameless officers. Don't you stab me in the back. I want to kill this guy. Nah, that was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. I was second guessing. Whatever.
My victories are
I am trying to make mountains out of molehills. It don't matter. We'll get there. Alright. No! Wrong button. Go back. Just a couple more. Just a couple more, and then we can go back to the story mode. Well, first we need to upgrade the character, and then we can go back to the story mode. We were able to, like, fight our own battles, okay. It was just we couldn't save our friends. We didn't have the ability to wipe people fast enough to get back to our friends when they needed help, so we just need to dump a tiny bit more money into the person that we were playing, which I cannot remember who that was. Was it Joyu? I don't remember. I don't remember. I will have to check after this. You just use the Musu. You have the Musu, use the Musu. Ah, it didn't break him. Alright, whatever. Come on, man.
As always, my victories are
One more, and then I'll go do it. One more. It's like I have an addiction. Alright, almost at 200k. Again. I don't know why I always push forward after that screen.
Much like a rose has its thorns, I have these lovely claws.
Since I've played this character so much with this outfit on this horse, it's like it goes for me. Like it's a whole vibe, and I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with this vibe for him. But then I think about it, and I'm like, this is so weird. No, sir. Do. Oh, no! One actually got me! Is that the first time I've taken damage? Well, I think that's the first time I've been CC'd. Oh, there, didn't get him down before his Musu. There he is. Alright, that should be enough. I have to go figure out which hero character it was that we were playing and then level him up a tad bit. Alright, let's save, because that would be a very sad day. Alright, so we were in story mode. We were playing Wu. Ah, it was Lushun. That's why. Okay. Lushun. Legend mode. Continue. We need to go to Lushun. Nope, we got the double loading screen. Forgot about that. Why am I forgetting that we played Lushun? Like, my brain's like, nah, that's not right. We weren't playing Lushun, but I'm gonna believe it. I'm gonna believe it. Oh, poor little guy. He has such little health. Okay, this is why we got so much gold. At least 400 for all of these. Come on. Nope. Yep, you got it. There we go. That's the rhythm. Ah, messed up the rhythm. I was overthinking it. This is why I'm not a drummer. Do I want to dump anything more into the other things? I think we're probably okay. Famous last words. 1 second. Let's go ahead and look. Do we have full skills? We do have full skills. Okay, that's a big thing. Don't get stressed out. Don't get freaked out. Don't get... Oh, yeah, this was in the middle. It's a two-part thing. Oh, yeah, the like, running in the distance but not actually making ground, like you're in a nightmare. Oh, and the maze. Yes. Okay. I'm remembering where we left off. This was really a terrible place to break. Why am I just now noticing, like, the massive almost bell-bottomness, but then it comes to a point. It's like they're very poofy, the pants on Gan Ning. Alright, horsey. Don't get hit by
There's
things.
something eerie and menacing about this place.
Eerie and menacing. That's, yep.
Extremely vigilant.
I hope you realize you have no chance at victory.
Is that true, Mr. Juge? Oh, and we're using the cheaty ski poles. I am glad. We need the cheaty ski poles. Just ignore the phantom. Oh, it stopped me like right in range of those things. Gosh darn it. These things that are supposed to make it more cinematic make it more difficult to play. What? You actually want to not be disadvantaged at the game, but we want to give you fun graphics. Alright, that one comes out on the right, so let's go ahead and scoot over here. Alright, well, it's just a long run. And more phantom soldiers. Ouch, 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 ouch. Which way do we go? This way? This way. That's the Juge.
There is a weakness in those who believe themselves strong. So easily you are drawn out.
Okay, we might have to redo this one. It's the first one, so I'm a health bar. Oh my gosh, Juge. Just keep the Musus. Keep the Musus rolling. Can't remember. What was his second Musu? Is it it's a little twirly? Okay, and then he does a little Bernie afterwards. It's really not worth it. But we have to test all the things. Oh, my damage. Oh, of course you would. Camera angle. I have not had a weapon lock in quite a while.
You have found a way through my stone sentinel maze, I see.
Okay, we should grab that attack.
Another step forward.
We're already
Training
yellow.
is the future of
And then this
Wu.
is the very, 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 very scary room. Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
are we? Welcome.
so.
My pets and I have long awaited your arrival.
Pets? Does she normally call them pets or does she call them creations? I need camera to work with. Woo! Yep, there's flame there. Okay, get that out of the way. Oh, there were two! There were two! This is not going well. This is... Yeah, we're gonna have to redo this one. I don't know if you took that out, lady. If you did, thank you so much. We have attack. There's more attack. Oh, there's so much attack around.
I've got you now. You'll regret wandering out here alone.
And then we're gonna have to turn back around. And they, yep.
We
All right.
cannot keep this up forever.
He struggles so quickly. Okay, good as a chicken. Come here, horsey. I'm gonna risk it for the attack. Okay. Okay. We're gonna have to defeat things to backtrack. And hopefully... Oh, my... Really? Really? My goodness, that defense captain is like, nah, I'm gonna be more tanky than the officers. I wish I could just slam him into the wall. That would be a fun interaction, but that don't work in this game. Alright, need to go get the green flashy. No time to mount. No time for horse. Drink and run, drink and run.
You think you can
Ah,
outsmart
there
me?
you are, Masu.
Don't make me laugh.
I still want to try the second Musu, even though we've already determined second Musu is not good. But something inside me is like, maybe you did it wrong. I have to just keep proving it to myself, because I don't believe myself. There we go. And if you lived with me, you probably wouldn't believe me all the time either.
You will learn to regret this moment.
Alright, they're going to need help
Another
again.
step forward. Training is the
I
future
should not
of
have opened
Wu.
that. I should not have opened that. That was a complete misplay. I thought that I was much lower on health. Oh, I just wasted a
Your
chicken.
strength gives me the courage to go on fighting.
Oof. Oof. Gosh darn it. I can see their flags on the other side of the wall, but I have to take the long route. Oh, for a split second, I thought that she was about to go through the wall. I was like, how could... computers are cheaty, but I didn't realize they were that cheaty. Not in this game. I mean, I have a lovely horse. Why can't I just jump over these half walls? What's the purpose of a horse if you can't long jump? Okay, we're here, man.
You think you can outsmart me? Don't make me
Let's
laugh.
try the second Musu. I just need to prove it to myself again. Alright. I have one behind me. I don't like one being behind me. Yeah, I think that the first Musu is superior. Get him, Sun Quan. I think that the first Musu is superior because you have a very little recoil time or recovery. And so you can immediately follow up with more attacks. Oh, I love it when the backswing gets the ones coming from you from behind. Serendipitous.
I must retreat. This is
that
not
both?
the end.
Yep, that was
Another
both.
step forward in my training
Whew,
as a
alright,
teacher of
let's
Wu.
get the one at the door as well. Just ensure that this goes not like it has in the past.
I'll have to try and keep up.
Except he's gonna start progressing and go into that very, very dangerous maze, which we have not cleared, or room at the end of the maze. So far he's moving slowly, which is good for us. I'm tempted to just rush for the end and not try to clear that room because that would be just really difficult for us to not die, really. Yeah, you guys work on those little peons. Well, we'll see. I have full Musu. What did I just say? I have full Musu, so going to at least try to grab a couple of them might give us a tad bit more time when the main guy decides to be an idiot and run in there and try to take it on himself. Without friends. Alright, speed war. Oh, I was expecting the horse to come from behind. Nope, it just teleports. Forgot. Telehorse. Yep, that's very, 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 very... I don't want to be hit. Huh. Okay, so I think that the way to go is to start with these over here. I am suspecting that they aren't active. However, I really don't want to risk it. The blues are approaching. So I want to ensure that they don't activate them somehow and then have a sad day that makes me lose. At least they go down fast. Oh, look, and that one dropped a bun. I don't think these are active, but I'm paranoid. I'm very, very paranoid. Paranoid? Why did those guys turn back around? They were headed up, and then I think some blues spawned behind them, and they're like, oh, Leon Sha took one out on her own. Good for you, lady. Okay, then this should be the final one. What'd I do for the stupidity of leaders? Ugh. Okay. Off to the ends. If he dies to peons, I am just gonna lose it. Oh my gosh. I can't even see the maze ahead of me because of all of the red dots. Don't you do it. No, 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 no. I'm just gonna run past you. I don't care about you. Okay. Ambai, right?
Go
Yes.
no closer to my lord. I will be your opponent.
Start with the defense captain since he is here, and then we're going to have multiple officers. So there is one bun, or one potential bun, one barrel, other thing that starts with a B. Don't want to open the barrel quite yet. Hi, Yura. I am back to chaos. Back to chaos in story mode. I got a little bit more gold, gave this guy some stats and trying to baby my way through this. We will see if it actually works this time, because last time I think we could be categorized as a rage quit. We were so close to the end, and then our main guy just was like, nah, I'm gonna die to peons. I'm like, okay. That's a Musu. How are you today, Yura? Let's go grab. Wow, that was health out of my bar. Awesome. More defense, more health. At least this isn't like the no health level nightmare. That's what I'm looking for. Nightmare, where nothing drops health. Next to nothing.
Another step forward in my training is the future of Wu.
There's more Musus. I could just pick up the Musus. Use the Musus. You're invulnerable. Just don't die. Just don't die. Don't you do it. Ah, lollipop.
This strength gives me the courage to go on fighting.
Yep, nope. I could have got him, but I panicked. Okay. I think we are now red. Alright. I was going to say, I think we're good to go to the ends. I'll barrel. That's a full everything. We are definitely good to go to the ends. If you're still struggling, you could get him life leech. Yeah, oops, I did not mean to swap to that sword. It's true. I absolutely could do that. I'm really hoping that I don't have to. Not expecting that. And then there he goes. He buffed. It's like Nightmare all over again with him constant buffing. Get behind. There we go. Hit him in the back. Life Leech is absolutely an overpowered thing in this game. It's I don't think I could do Nightmare without Life Leech. I don't see that there's a possible way. Okay. Ah! No more PTSD with that level.
Please, he is no threat to Wu anymore. Please.
No.
They change her earring colors from the teal to a light purple, but they don't change the flower in her hair. Or, wait. Yeah, it's always been red, right? No matter which side she's on?
Lower your weapon, Lu Xuan. Shu has been destroyed. They have not the means to oppose us anymore.
I'm thinking about the color palette of Wu, and multiple characters, including Lu Xun and then Sun Jianjiang, when she is in her Wu colors, have like a tertiary accent color of teal, which isn't seen here. But like the Wu colors are, of course, the red, the golds, some whites, depending on what character you're playing, brown. But the aside from the gold, the major accent color that you see that is only used like maybe 1% of the time is that interesting teal.
And the bravery of the Wu soldiers combined to defeat the enraged Liu Bei.
I'm just gonna skip through this. I've seen it before. I want to figure out how we're gonna fail next.
Sometimes it feels like I've spent my whole life just watching others. When my father and brother were alive, I used to resent the fact that all I was good for was watching them.
But not everyone can do that. It is your talent.
The angles they choose for Lian She just makes it seem... It accentuates the thing that was over-accentuated already, and it's like, that model is broken. No, I think you're correct, Yura. You don't play Lian She in story mode. It's only in Legends mode. I was gonna say legendary mode. I don't know why legendary is stuck in my head, and every time I try to come up with the word legendary, it comes out. But legend mode, you do get to play her for a single stage. What is up with her ear there? The back of her ear is really messed up. Like, it looked like a mushroom, the underside of a mushroom.
Wait your orders.
It was done on purpose and I hate it. The Woo cinematic ending makes it worse. It's just ridiculous. It is so ridiculous.
Listen, men. We defeated the forces of Shu and Yiling. Now we must defeat Wei and prove we are the mightiest of the three
I've never
kingdoms.
stopped to look at Sunjion's headpiece.
Only way to bring peace to Wu.
It has like leaves all around it.
Soldiers of Wu.
I guess that those must be metal
And for our
to hold up, but they aren't obviously metal.
forward.
Not to mention that it wouldn't stay up like that. That's not how pressure works with hairpins. Alright, so we did already level this guy up, so we shouldn't need to spend more gold on him. Let me just ensure that things are happy. Yes, we're happy. Heart of... Okay, so that one is... Did we title grind this guy? We did not, so we don't have that benefit. What was I looking at? Weapons. We have Divine Justice and then Cheaty Ace. If we so need it.
It is
We
time
can
to
change
show
things
your
up.
fangs. We must fight for what is dear to our hearts.
Dynasty Warriors 7 has some of my absolute favorite character designs in this. Or sorry, least favorite. Not favorite. Complete opposite. That is understandable.
So you are my next opponent. I'll crush you like all of the others.
Do, 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 do. We're not like two-shotting people, but so far it's not too terrible. Where's the... There it is. It's a lollipop. Whenever I see the ones that have like the big jagged edges, like the I don't even know what you call them. It makes me think of, if you've ever had a jawbreaker, like the ones that fit in your mouth, the first layer of the jawbreaker just rips all of the layers of skin off of your mouth and your tongue and everything. It's so rugged. So I just think of, and then they sell jawbreakers on sticks. So the more I think about it, it's less of a lollipop and more of a jawbreaker on a stick. I would love for you to do Dynasty Warriors 9 fashion review. The designs in 9 are phenomenal. I bought 9. I just have to decide how I want to do it. I bought it when it was on sale. I really look forward to playing it. I just... I want to do it justice, and in my current state, I cannot. And I have to decide if I'm doing it on stream or if it's something for YouTube. I also can't wait to get through all of the forces in Samurai Warriors, because then I have an Oichi. What is the one where Samurai Warriors crosses over with Dynasty Warriors? Can't remember what it's called, but I tried playing that years ago and got completely lost and confused, and I really, really, really want to revisit that because I enjoyed, you know, the 2 hours that I played of it. And so it's like there's so many things that this depends on that, and it's like for now I'm stuck playing Dynasty Warriors 7 for stream because my computer refuses to let me play some of the other Dynasty Warriors that I have, and it's really frustrating. But I really do look forward to 9. Not the voice acting. The voice acting, not at all. I am ready to cringe, but I'm sure it's beautiful as far as the graphics and all that. I think you would really enjoy Warriors Orochi 3. Orochi, not Oichi. What am I even thinking? For the story, I think. What do I have? Yeah, I knew nothing of Orochi, and this was like 3 years ago or something, before I was even doing YouTube. So I had no one to ask. So I just bought 4. Because it was really cheap. and so that's the one that I have. I know people keep saying 3 is really good. Did I buy that? I did not buy that. It was on my list of potentials to buy during the sale, but I had to, you know, pick and choose what I got, and so someday Orochi. Yeah, Orochi. Forest Stinky. Aw, of course. That's probably why it was so cheap when I bought it. Okay.
I shall return. Remember
I'm not
that.
even paying attention to the storyline here. I'm just going after flashy things, which is just Dynasty Warriors. That's pretty much all you do. There goes the way ship. Alright, horse. Thank you. Oh, there's a barrel. It just registered. Where was it? It was over here. Oh, oh, that was a full everything. I didn't realize that these ships were oared. I guess it makes sense because I don't see any sails, but man, that would be a lot of people having to, row the ship. I was gonna say paddle. I'm like, paddle's not the right word. It's row.
Oh, they're even
3
stronger than I
uses
thought.
Dynasty Warriors 7 Extreme Legends and Samurai Warriors 3 as a base. Oh, okay. So that explains it.
I have no excuse for troubling you with this rabble.
Where's the red that's supposed to be here? Fine. If you won't fight me, I'll go over
I will
here.
fight for what I
Fight the
believe
one
in.
that wants to fight me. Where are they at? It says that they exist, but I do not see them. How can I fight something that doesn't exist? There you are. I must be blind. Do I want a Musu? Yes, I want a Musu. Oh, not that one. Don't use that one. That one's terrible. Do not use that Musu. Let's try regular Musu. Okay, that's the AoE one. I do not want to open that barrel. Thank you.
I must retreat.
Alright,
This
let's
is
see if
not
the other
end.
one has come out of their invisible
This
state.
officer bows before the might of the Sun family.
But what's cool is it decloned the Dynasty Warriors 7 characters by giving them unique charge attacks, as well as assigning some of the DLC weapons to... Oh! So rather than having, like, multiple people with the chain and sickle and multiple people with just a plain old sword, they actually get their own things and then some of their own abilities. That is pretty cool. Because that does feel left out here. Like, while the character models are unique, like the fighting styles are like, wait, this is just a reskin for this other character. Oh my gosh, why does a fan person have so much defense? No, I want to stab you in the back. Thank you. Thinking of just the way that you get revenue from games, Dynasty Warriors has in the past been the traditional path of you buy a game for a price and you get the full value or the full game itself. And then they started adding DLCs, which give you, custom skins, whatever, which gives them some intermediate revenue between game releases. But
The ships are ready.
as much as I hate microtransactions, I hate them.
To retreat is not
I
necessarily to
wonder,
lose.
I really want
This officer bows before the might of the
multiplayer.
Sun family.
I really, really want multiplayer Dynasty Warriors. And the only way I see them being able to continue to support servers is either to not host the servers themselves, or, which is kind of a terrible model because hacking is an issue, is to somehow continue to support the game through things like microtransactions, offering custom skins that you can buy, offering, you can buy boosts to give you more XP for whatever reason. As much as I hate that model, it might be the way that we could get some online gameplay so that we can have a better community, because there is an existing community for the Warriors games, but it's you can't play with others, and so there can't be any competitive. It's really hard to make content on. I just feel like Koei is so close to being amazing, but they just don't have the model for really becoming mainstream.
As commander of these forces,
Like,
I will
okay,
face you.
Yura, like Xiaoqiao has different charge attacks from Da Qiao, who keeps the original moveset. That is pretty cool. Did you ever experience Dynasty Warriors Online or Online Z? I did not. The only thing that I played online was Dynasty Warriors Strike Force. I played a couple things online there. But that really didn't feel cooperative. It was just everyone racing to the end, and you didn't actually have to depend on each other. Really? 3? This is the 3rd one today. You said that was a glorious era. I really wish I could have experienced that. That would have been awesome. Didn't really like Dynasty Warriors Online. I didn't experience it, so I can't. I feel like it would need to be something like Halo, where you have the regular storyline and then the option for multiplayer of some variety. Having a Dynasty Warriors game that is purely online, I think alienates the existing audience, a good portion of them. I don't know. Would be interesting to see kind of, I'm sure that people have discussed that behind closed doors in Koei, but it'd be interesting to see what research and such they're using to determine that they don't want to do that, because that would certainly be a lot of infrastructure that they'd have to put in place. Dynasty Warriors Online was Dynasty Warriors 5, then Z was Dynasty Warriors 7, but online with whole campaigns from Yellow Turban Rebellion to Wuzhong Plains. Each year or two, the campaigns would reset, and it was kind of like a sandbox where the strength of factions changed year to year. Huh. Interesting. That's kind of cool. How do we exit? This way. Alright. Horsey! That's a really interesting concept. I'm trying to think through, like... What am I trying to say? Being able to meet fellow Dynasty Warriors fans organically through gameplay would be awesome. Having some level of competition through matchmaking, whether it be just like a free play where you're all trying to reach destinations, and there could be like objective-based games where you're racing for objectives, or it could be like dueling games and such like that are kill-based and such like. The game is not geared for that at all currently. Like, it is not ready for that. There are certain characters that 100% just destroy, and if you play that character, you're gonna win. But that could start getting more interest. I don't know. I want Dynasty Warriors to be a mainstream game for so many reasons. But with mainstream games also comes a lot of toxicity, a lot of problems, and the Dynasty Warriors community is so sweet. I'm kind of afraid of damaging that. Wait, okay. 1 second. I missed a whole bunch of messages. As with any MMO, there was a grind and repetition, but I enjoyed the 4v4 modes and soloing 2 or 3 players. There was speed builds to take bases fast, and then their builds. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. No real classes, but the weapons would grow in stats, like attack or defense, or demolish for structures. That was the class system. Oh, that's kind of cool. Sandbox doesn't do it for me. Now, when Warriors Orochi 3 was new, people were doing much of the online co-op on PSN. It was so much fun. Hello, Warden! Welcome! Okay, so it declined at like 12.
Each and every one of us are happy to be watched over by you.
Yeah, I wish I could have experienced that. That would have been a fun era to experience. Trying to think. That would have, yeah, I was not playing games. I think I was playing one game. Was that? I think I was probably playing Reach at that point, or the beginnings of Destiny. And that was like the only game I was playing at that point. I'm trying to get my timeline correct in my head, but I think that timeline is correct. Alright, hoverboard. See you in a bit. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Apparently we're going against Sima Yi.
Let us go. Our destruction of the enemy shall be swift final.
Perfect.
And above
All right.
all,
So many
beautiful.
flashies. So many flashies. Oh,
I will take care of this, my lord.
Huz here. I used to frequent online message boards and help people unlock secret weapons on the PlayStation Network. I think I remember you saying that. That's pretty cool. The old days of message boards, back when like such niche communities and I don't know, the days of message boards were a cool time. Now it really, message boards aren't, oh, bye. Message boards just aren't the thing, and people are most often not helpful and just complaining, and that's really unfortunate. There's a lack of community. Horse? Horse. Alright, well, that guy's won, so we should... What just happened? Those are terrifying. I am not going that way. I'm gonna get this guy so that they stop. Lol, I hear that Sima Yi... not even worth her attention. Message boards gave way to social media, and then there seemed to be a large social skip that accompanied the change. Yeah, that probably is true. I should have just stayed up here, and look, he healed. He was 1. Cheaty computers.
Now's my chance to do some damage. My lord, I'll finish this off.
There we go. Go around the minefield. Alright, but I was about to run through the minefield. I'm gonna run through the minefield. I'm also gonna regret this. Wait, jump, thank you.
We cannot proceed straight ahead without incurring casualties. My lord, we must go around.
Joshu cheating the world. He would never. Yeah, oh yeah. He would, thinking of his personality or the way he's portrayed here, he would 100% be the one who would completely go outside the rules, but justify it in a way and not care even if he couldn't justify it. He's like, I won. You love Joshu? I want to see him portrayed differently than this one. This is the first one that I was really introduced to him in, and he was portrayed as kind of snaky and such. I love his shrug emoji in this one. That one makes me laugh every time. His embodiment of that shrug emoji. But I would like to see him kind of fleshed out a little bit more.
This officer bows before the might of the
Alright,
Sun family.
one more flashy on the right. Where's my horse? There you are.
My lord, your might is like that of a
He's one
tiger
of the
on
only
battlefield.
snake characters I enjoy. Are you saying snake as in personality or meaning something else? Oops, we lost a Juga.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
You have bad news, Yura. No, I don't want bad news.
Thank you for
Personality. Okay. Yeah, I kind of get that. He has a humor to him that makes you not completely hate him. Do they take him out of the game, Yura? Is that what you're about to tell us? I don't want to know this. Characters don't get fleshed out as the roster grows. That makes sense, but still makes me sad. As far as fan base wise, I would love Dynasty Warriors dedicated to each of the forces. Having just a game so that they can flesh out the characters, can flesh out the interactions and all of that. However, like, for the investment and such, that it's not worth it, I don't think, for the company, for the return on investments there. So they'll never do it, but it's something I would really like to see. There are less characters and more playable tropes. Oh yeah, but also means it'll be harder to ruin him. Look, Warden looking on the bright side.
I am at the helm. We will
If
overcome
you
the midst of
don't
roses of storms.
include more fleshing out of the character, we can take him as is and not get turned off, because there's not much to... Ah, that's a Musu. There's not much to be annoyed by. I guess the costumes that you put on characters do not get put in the story mode, because he's not wearing the costume that I put on Jung Ha. Ah, that's another Musu. Ooh, the purple with the orange and the different shades of orange. That was actually kind of a good color combo.
I shall return.
This officer bows before the might of the Sun
Oh,
family.
non-axe man. My brain wants him to have an axe so bad that it sees it. And then something in my brain is like, that's not an axe. And I'm like, you're right, it's been broken. He just has a little shard of an axe at the end of a stick. It's just, he needs an axe. I just got a call asking for Chuck. I don't know it, Chuck. Yeah, I receive calls like people putting the wrong number down, or maybe they're phishing and all of that. It's like, really? Really? Gotta get that orange and purple as fabrics. I'm not sure I would necessarily have that on my person or anywhere in the house, but it's in the correct proportions. It could be. Ooh, now I want to do an acrylic pour with those colors. The problem is they will make mud, like a brown, really quick, so you'd have to be very careful about how you'd have to layer white in between the two colors so that they don't start blending together, and you'd have to not work the colors a lot. But that could be an interesting project.
We believe in you, my lord.
He has an axe in Warriors of Roti 3. You're making me wanna do a Roti, but I need to finish Samurai Warriors first. Oh, there is a green flashy down the right side that I missed somehow. Ow! Ow! Archers. Ow. I guess I have to turn around for the green flashy then. I've completely not paid attention here, so I don't even know exactly what our objective is. But green flashies seem bad, and there's a good group of them. You could do resin layering. Yeah, I could. You could do like a space scene and have some, what are they called? Not constellations, but, you know, just some interest, like cloudy effects in this. Nebulas that kind of have that essence to them. Thank you, Nebulas. Yes, Warden. Okay, there are quite a few officers here, and I am yellow, so I need to not be an idiot, which is going to be rough. Oh, and there's a Sao Ren. I just inhaled my spit. Goodness. Yeah! Woo! That was my health bar.
To retreat is not necessary.
I didn't really need it anyways, right?
This officer bows before the might
All right.
of the Sun family.
If a barrel were here, where would they hide? I'm just gonna take a sip of something as we run. Forgot that was a minefield. If I am running by archers, no archers, I'm just gonna do this. You need to go away. I completely forgot that the landmines were there. Yeah, landmines. That, oh. Is that a, no, that's a fake barrel. It's the same shape as the regular barrels, it's just textured as dark. Darn it. Alright. Where are you guys coming from? Where are you coming from? I have full Musu. Really just don't want to be archered.
This cannot have
Okay.
happened. Not to me.
One little prick,
This
and I am
officer
down.
bows before the might of the Sun family.
I think I heard an archer. Nope. Nope, thank you. No, thank you. Whew. I'm just trying to get past this battle, but beyond this battle, I don't know where any. Good thing those archers are on our side. I don't know where any barrels are, so I don't think this is winnable. But the barrel was grayed out. Guess someone clicked that link already.
For yours is the best that I shall see.
Warden. Oh. Da, da, da. Just doing some runskis. Just some runskis. Just I'm checking. I didn't need a barrel when I was down here, so I wasn't even eyeing them. Whew. Can Liansha use her healing rain? I've tried to be next to her when she was healing raining, and I didn't get the benefits. Like, she healed, but I didn't. Yep, I knew that that was coming. I was like, oh, I booped him in the wrong direction. Oh, that one was a mistake. Okay. Alrighty. Don't run through the mines. I hate tidal farming Yura. I know it's helpful. I really don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it. If I have to, I will, but I have burned myself out on tidal farming and weapon farming. I just can't.
I will take care of it.
Sun Quan, where's your bloodthirster? Okay, come on. Oh, wait, what? We were still in the graphic, yet somehow it registered that I bumped the button. Okay, great. I didn't need that Musu anyways. It wasn't like it was going to be helpful or anything.
Fight me now for glory.
Yep. Little Peon hit me for a huge chunk.
Balls of fire.
Balls of fire! How have I never heard that before?
The strategist is atop the cliff.
Ouch.
Leave him to me.
I don't... I told myself, don't open the barrel, and then guess what I did? I opened the barrel. There we go.
Take that.
I must retreat. This is not the end.
Grab that. Grab
This
that.
officer bows before the might of the Sun family.
I feel like we need all the drops we can get at this point. 5 times Bloodthirster and Runes. Warriors Orochi also had your character Musu with their equipped weapon. That is pretty cool, because when the weapons swap, it's really, like, it throws you for the first 24 times you do it. And then you kind of start getting used to it, and then you take a break and you come back and you're like, oh yeah, the weapon changes. But yeah, that is a nice change that they put into it. It makes me think that they probably rushed 7 to some extent. And there was feedback from the community of like, hey, we don't like this, we'd like this. And they're like, okay, well, we'll give you what you want
How destruction of the enemy
as
shall be
another game, but we still end up netting positive because we don't have to entirely create a new game from scratch. We can reuse all of the stuff we've already made and just add a few more things, and y'all will enjoy it, which, smart business decision.
I will take care of this, my lord.
Oh, he defeated Zheng He? Did Zheng He come back or something? Because he did not defeat Zheng He before. Or rather, I had to fight Zheng He. You know what wasn't a smart business decision? Oh, I'm sure there were a lot of smart business. 9. Yeah, I have a lot of things to say about 9.
This is not the end.
And
This officer bows
from a
before the
higher
might
up
of the
position,
Sun family.
given the context from what I've heard from y'all, that they were trying to get the game out, and during that time there was a voice actor strike. And so it was hard to find voice actors, but they still had a deadline to meet because it's corporate. They used what they could without giving sufficient investigation, without giving sufficient feedback, and that's really what ruined the game. But it kind of aligns with their business model that they were going for, which is not necessarily prioritizing the English-speaking portion of the games, as they started not doing English portion in Samurai Warriors and all of that. But I think they learned from that and learned that the English voice acting is absolutely important to at least the Western audience and will make or break a game. We got Origins now, which still has some issues. However, like, the over voice acting, the forced, like, ridiculousness from some of the older ones is gone. So I think that they learned a lot
Leadership.
and took that feedback. They didn't just say our audience is stupid. They're like, okay, this flopped. And so they took a while for Origins, and I think that it's good on them for doing that.
My lord, we must go around.
But what do I know? I'm not a business major. I'm just a lowly software developer. Your issue was the open worlds. I really was excited about the open worlds, but I am excited about the open worlds. I'd like to experience it, and I will someday, just it'll be a little bit. Ally AI is so unintelligent. You're true. You're very true. It's Ally AI is stupid. Just downright stupid. Da-da-da. Ow!
You will learn to regret this moment.
It would be interesting because, like, the Origins, it feels like the AI plays differently than in the other Dynasty Warriors, but like up to that, it seems like in every Dynasty Warriors, the allies always behave the same, and they're stupid, and they cannot hold their own. I truly wonder if they just kept building on the most basic of frameworks for the computer, you know, moveset and the way that they would approach things, and only ever added the bare minimum of, like, if there was an objective or if there were, like, multiple Musus, and never actually updated the core code because it was kind of minimal. It seems like that's what exists, but, you know, I'm outside looking in. I have no insider info. Harrison, no! No! Don't lose all your things off the bat! My issue was the poor performance and significantly dumbed down combats. In 9, I've not heard other people complain about that. All I ever hear is the voice acting, but it will be interesting to see. Yeah, see, here's Zhang He. He must have reappeared.
I am at the helm. We will overcome the most ferocious of storms.
Okay, what are we talking about? Design decisions and business decisions in Dynasty Warriors and kind of Koei as a company. Gonna start calling people Zhang He as when they do silly things. Yeah, my gosh, that one event will live in infamy in my life. Your gamble all didn't work, didn't come through. Do you have anything to gamble? Is there anything left for you to gamble? I didn't disable it unless, you know, the magic that is technology disabled it for me without my permission. I'm over here. I should take out this flashy. Let's get them all together. What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
Face me if you think you are worthy.
Speaking of, interesting. Why are they not working? I truly did not disable them. I haven't touched them. They should be working. No, you guys can't gamble with slots or what? Does roulette work? Okay, the Gamblinator isn't working. I truly haven't touched them. They should be working. Huh. No, roulette. I wonder if it's a Stream Elements thing, because that's through Stream Elements. I wonder if Stream Elements is having issues. I only forgot how it works, or honestly. I did get a notification that Twitch terms and conditions changed, so maybe they disabled it. I saw something on X about, or not X, what did I see it on? I saw something about some of the changes, but it was more about monetization of content and more transparency into that. But I guess it's possible. I will have to look that up. Well, Twitch was like, we spotted a gambling stream. Yep. Which technically is not allowed, like official gambling streams, but this isn't a gambling stream as much as we say that it is. We've been blacklisted. Oh, word. Look, I made another list. Gambling addiction. I truly want to know what's going on, but I am not going to Google on stream. Hey, look, we're about at the same health the last time we did this. This is gonna go lovely. Ah, yep, there I'm red. This is very similar. Only reason why I tuned in here. JK, of course. I want you to be able to do it, and I'm not the blocker. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. If anyone has any interest in a quick Google, nope, I'm dead. I'm dead. To see if a quick Google about stream elements, not working. What if you do exclamation point commands? Is that even working? You know what? I haven't seen any of my automated messages. I think stream elements is broken. I'm thinking through all the things tied to stream elements. Ah! I can't go through there! My hitbox too big. I'm just gonna do some running as we think about this. Yeah, because I haven't seen the regular things with stream elements, so... Yeah, that would be my guess. Stream elements is, no longer working, which is interesting. You want to know something crazy? Stack Exchange went down today for like an hour. Well, maybe not even an hour. It felt like an hour. I was joking with my sister-in-law, and we're like, software development has ended. Like, amount that developers rely on Stack Exchange, it means that the production across the world... Yep, there we go. I thought I could kite him. Couldn't. The production across the world went down today. Deadlines were extended. People were panicking. Alright, I will go get some titles, Yura. Don't wanna, but I will do it. Alright, we need to be... Nope. One more. There we go. Where are you? There you are. I think the first one's ridiculously easy. Let's just grab some money from this guy fast. I forget. Officer info. Titles. Move over. There we go. Beginner or higher. Stage rank 2 or higher. 3 officers within 3 minutes. Or 7 minutes. Beginner or higher. 2 or higher. I really don't want to play that one. That one's actually kind of long too. That one... Is that a multi-part one? I don't fully remember that one. Whatever. We'll do that one. It's beginner. Yeah, let's just do beginner. Let's make this happen. This gotta go fast. So you started playing Dynasty Warriors 9. I joined. No. I own it. I have not played it. We were talking about why it was a poor business decision. And I was trying to find some redemptive qualities for it. But I may have been just reaching. I've never seen that expressed that way, Warden. No, yet. That makes complete sense. All right, y'all need to go down, and then I just need to rush to the end. Okay, there goes 1. 2. Where's the 3rd?
This is not the end.
Who will be my 3rd and final?
I will create a path to
Got
the
it, Bob.
main camp, and we will rush forth to
Perfect. We need officer info, move list, not move list, titles. Good, we're clear. We just need to end this. I'm fine with the clones. I just wish that they pulled Warriors Orochi 3 and made all the clones unique in their own way. What Euro was saying is that it was... Some of it was clones, but the parts that weren't clones is the things that are in Dynasty Warriors 7, where like the Kiao sisters have very similar just movesets. They made them more distinct, so they weren't exact clones. But reusing the characters from 7 in Warriors Orochi, I think was okay. And they gave the ability to do some with small changes in the attacks.
The situation is dire.
You're fine. I'm here. This is beginner. We'll just wipe them off the face of the map.
Now in position. We can attack their cavalry at any time.
Doop, 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 doop. Nope, nope, nope.
Nothing can stop Gong Sun Zan's cavalry. Charge!
Only a redeeming quality for me was in... Come on, get off! Get off! Why am I stuck on this? There we go. The only design, some of the fleshed out stories. Idea of 9 was interesting. The execution was awful. That is fair.
Will you look at that? Even the horses have learned to kneel before you.
I think it also came at a time where, and we're even still here, where eye candy is...
He was surprisingly strong, that man. I wonder
what am I trying to say? They prioritize visual effects over story, over gameplay, over, you know, they're doing this in all forms of media. And I think that it takes us revolting to make them not do it. And I think 9 was one of those things where they were like, okay, this didn't work. Why didn't it work? Let's figure it out. Because with how bad 9 flopped, it could have been the end of Dynasty Warriors, at least in the Western culture. They could have just said, okay, it flopped a lot in the Western because of the voice acting. It flopped in the other ways because of these other things, but we'll just bank on the other things. So I think that with Origins, I really am happy with it. And so 9 was part of the iteration to get there, and I respect it for that part in history. One day, we'll get beyond the graphics hype, hopefully. Yeah, it was... I love the... During the graphics hype, Minecraft was when took off. That was when Minecraft really like started getting mainstream and all of that, and it's... I loved that the thing that had such terrible, simple graphics was outperforming these games with amazing graphics. And what frustrated me is it was only indie studios that were like, oh, so graphics doesn't really matter. You can have a good game and people will still play it. But the big studios are like, no, we're going to just keep dumping into eye candy because then people buy our stuff and then dump our stuff. But they don't care because they move on to the next title. But I think that gave way to a lot of indie studios and people appreciating things with lesser graphics. All right, we got Field General. I think it was loved in the East. Okay, that would make sense. Minecraft is always mainstream. Right now, it's ridiculously mainstream. I remember back before, I remember in the alpha days, one of the people that I lived with was playing it in alpha, and he's like, look at this, you're gonna be able to do this. I'm like, that's stupid. And then beta came out, and I played beta, and we had a home server, and I loved the life out of beta. And then, you know, the full release and all of that, and then, of course, Microsoft acquiring it from Notch, and you know, all of the things, and then I kind of just lost interest in it. And then today, where the Minecraft movie just came out, and I am so tired of those commercials, please get them out of my YouTube. But I don't like where Minecraft is going now. I really don't. But I appreciate the fact that it made a whole generation realize that you can have a good game without graphics. So I think that it's had a good impact on culture for that reason. Titles. Beginner or higher, 3, 2 officers, 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and look for a 3-star. Campaign against the Ube. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Stylized graphics retain a level of playability that photorealism doesn't. Insert shameless Windwalker plug. Yeah, realism, when everything's realistic, everything looks the same, right? So stylization definitely has a place. Speaking of Minecraft, any of us watching the movie? I am not. It's gonna be so bad that it's great. Chicken jockey. Count your lucky stars, Warden. I have gotten, in the last 48 hours, I think I've watched 2 of the exact same commercials. Like there's 2 versions, but they're just like different snippets, and one of them is unskippable, for the Minecraft movie. Probably close to 30 or more times. I am so over it. When everything is realistic, nothing is. Shangdrum. Yeah. Ah! Oh, runtime error! I haven't had the game crash in a really long time. Well, I'm putting this in Discord. You guys can't see this, but I'll put it in Discord so you can see it. Dynasty Warriors. That's great. Well, give me a moment to recover. I have to figure out how to force quit this and reopen it. I love one of the posters, "Let's get bricked," blasted on it. Just gives more of an incentive to watch it. What bothers me about the commercials is they aren't even like about the movie or like anything Minecraft. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense, the commercials. It's, again, eye candy and like, here are the characters and here's probably the 3 funny lines that they say throughout the entire thing. And it's just like, it feels so copy paste. What were we doing? We were doing legend mode. At least it's not a contaminated virtual function call.
Here is your new title.
I've had that happen a couple times. The crash with the error. I don't know what causes it. It's frustrating. Okay. Did we at least still... Yeah, we did still get that one, so we just need a 3 or higher. Also decided to watch the Dynasty Warriors 8 highlight. And yeah, Shahaba just has a rocket propeller for a weapon in the game. They got a bit silly with it.
I'm ready for battle.
I've never... I was so taken back by that. I rewatched it over and over again, and I'm like, how are you supposed to counter that? It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And it's hilarious looking back at it. And that was my only experience with Shahaba. So when I came into Dynasty Warriors 7 and was fighting against him, I was terrified. Absolutely terrified. Where's my horse? Horse! He's getting stuck behind open doors again. Okay, up and over, up and over.
Arrows! Where are they firing
Guess they gotta highlight Shahaba running away from Wei, his rocket-propelled
This is no
Wei.
good for morale. This needs to be
I
taken
didn't
care
even
of
read
quickly.
into it that much, but yeah. That kind of makes sense. Okay, officers quick. That's the goal. I never got to play it. I only played against it and was so traumatized that I just hate it. I just hate it. I was sniped with a rocket from across the map. It's like, what were you thinking? Wait, oh, I thought it said Sun Quan defeated Sun Quan, but it's Sun
You have the
Qian.
nerve to come alone? You must be very foolhardy.
Dip, 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 do. There we go. How many more officers did we need? I think at least one more. Let's just go. Either way, we need to get these guys. Sun Quan sings Sun Qian. You're not even good enough to be my fake. You're not even an off-brand. Some of the... I can't remember what subreddit it is, but it's all really terrible off-brands. And some of the terrible off-brands in other countries that use letters that look like the Western letters, but like rearranged or something. And one was Adidas was rearranged to AIDS, and so you're running around, you know, in clothes that say AIDS rather than Adidas. Yeah, that one got me. It's like Zhoutai of Wu killing Zhoutai of Wei. Yes, it is like that. Yeah, Warden, that one was nuts.
All right. I think I've got a good idea for what to do next.
And you know how, like, in Asian cultures, or in Western cultures, we like Asian characters, and we often will just, like, wear clothing or get tattoos of random Asian characters that, you know, when translated, are stupid. I've seen some shirts that have been worn in Asia and such that use words and terminology that are like, that's not allowed in public, but they don't know better, you know?
I can't tell you how excited
I love
am
seeing the
to be
reverse.
here.
They're awful. Yeah.
Show
And it
just
gives
how
us an
quickly
appreciation
we can handle things.
for like what is it that these words say rather than just like, it's cool, I don't care what it says. It's like, let's take a moment to try to do it. At least use Google Translate. Just give it a shot. Just try. Because it could be something very, very terrible. When I made up my gamer tag, my dad was like, what does it mean? I'm like, I don't know, I made it up. He's like, are you sure it doesn't mean something terrible? So I did the research and I'm like, no. There are some things it could mean, but none of it is terrible. He's like, okay, well, that's good. And that was a good life lesson, because if I were running around identifying with something terrible, I would be sad. Come on, I need you guys to make it up the hill so we can break the walls, so we can get this down, so we can get our title, so we can go back to dying in Conquest. That's like a D&D character my friend made. Did he like make up a name and then was like, that's really close to this other thing.
I hope I have a chance to show what I can do.
My dad talks about a D&D character he made when he was really young that ended up, it was like agua almost, and he didn't know Spanish, but his friend who did was like, that's water. He's like, oh. Juanping del Toro. Completely average of the bull. That's great. Completely average of the bull. That makes me so happy. That makes me so incredibly happy. Open the gate.
Take out their leader. Things are looking pretty good.
Oh.
Must escape. I will handle things here.
I'm just sitting here smiling. Oh my gosh.
The rest to you.
Oh. Just look forward from multiple. Just took words from multiple cultures. Yeah. D&D characters is just named Water Boy in Spanish. Yep. The character is from I can see the words. I know where you're going. I cannot pronounce this word. Egypt. There we go. Greece, Egypt. Wait, but Greece, Egypt with like an Asian Spanish name? That's just a mesh of cultures right there. It's been a day, woke up to snowing, and now it's raining with impending lightning storms. That sounds like a fun day. That sounds like a really fun day. I would love that day. I really like lightning storms. Warden, he's a man of many cultures. Michigan is very inconsistent. Oh, you have the Great Lakes, so you get some really fun, interactions there. All right, let's skip this. We've watched this a few times.
Remember your training. You are better.
Okay.
You are.
I think we have to do one more to get the health, right? Okay. Beginner or higher, 5-star. They're great until they're not. Imagine an Adam Sandler character in a D&D concept. Oh no, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Alright, let's find a 5-star. Was it beginner or higher? Let me double check. I forgot. Beginner or higher. Alright.
I'm
Mount. I hate the mountain ones. I don't want to do the mountain ones. Fawn Castle. This is the one that gets flooded, and I always stress trying to get to the correct. Let's do that on beginner. Yeah, that would be uncomfortable. That's a great way of expressing it, Hoverboard. By the way, I don't know how long you've been back, Hoverboard, but welcome back. On the water and way up north. Noble Ooftasm. I've definitely had snow and rain in the same day. I regularly have to use heat and air conditioning in the same day. Where I live gets all the weather. Pretty much all the weather.
This cannot have happened. Not to me.
Okay,
This officer
let's go
bows
down for
before
this
the
one.
might of the Sun family.
Oh, was I not supposed to use Musu? I forgot. Was I? One sec. Without using Musu. Yep, I wasn't. Exit battle. We'll try this one more time. Having a stroke trying to understand this. You should sleep, Hoverboard. As much as I appreciate you being here, sleep is hyper important, and I do not
I'm ready.
think any less of you if you decide to go sleep rather than stay here.
We will clear
Although
the
we could
castle
bring
as
up
it becomes
cereal
flooded.
and make you want to eat cereal again so you stay up later.
Our defense must be as an iron wall until an
Just stream from
opportunity to
midday.
strike back presents itself.
Sleep is overrated. Stay up. Sleep is not overrated. Do not stay up. Sleep is so important for so much health. It's ridiculous. Noble Noble Phantasms are like characters' ults in the Fate series. Just swap Fawn with oof. So basically say big oof. Oh, okay. Cool. I'm gonna get cereal. No, Hoverboard, don't do it. Don't give in. Are you gonna have more Wheatie bricks?
We shall fight again.
Okay. Don't use Musu. Don't use Musu. Stay above 50% health and don't use Musu.
We must hold
Panda!
this line. We shall not
I love his
concede
voice
a
in this
single
one.
step.
And his design. I've never seen him in any other one, so I have no comparison, but I do like him. Let's see. Are we done with this title yet? Can we just end? We can't just end. All right, let's just go. I'm not hungry. Thankfully, I shall survive. Good. Now I have that old song in my head. No, no, I need it out. What? Who did the originally? It. Oh my gosh. There's two people who are known for doing the I Will Survive song. There was the original artist. Was it? No, it wasn't. Was it Aretha Franklin? No. And then there was it Britney Spears who redid it or something like that? And then that's the one that got put on Dance Dance. Don't give in. So what cereal are you grabbing? In the word of Demios. Sure. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. That's crazy.
The castle is flooding.
Gloria. It was the I Will Survive.
Ignore the
That
water.
song.
Focus on taking out the enemy.
Pretty sure that's Girls Aloud or something. Really?
Report. It
The
seems
one
that
that I
enemy
knew on
reinforcements
Dance
have
Dance, I
arrived.
thought was... Now, I'm going to end this, then I'm going to look that up.
I see they've come to terms. Very well. We'll simply
Oh,
have
no,
to
hitbox. Thank you. I don't remember the melody well enough to even, like, sing it for you.
We will bring justice back to this world, no matter what the cost.
Okay. Google. Okay, you're right. Gloria Gaynor.
Remember your training.
I Will Survive. She's the
You are
one who
better in
performed
every
it
way
originally.
compared to the
Then
enemy.
who did it, and then it got put on not Dynasty Warriors, Dance Dance. I Will Survive DDR X2, I think is what I played. Dance Dance Revolution Extreme 2, I Will Survive. If I click on this, we're going to have issues with the DCMA, so I'm not going to click on it. So yeah, you were right. That was the original, and then someone else covered it, and I don't remember who it is. And a quick Google search does not give it to me. There's a girl band that has a chorus with Survivor in it, but it's not the original lyrics of the same one. Yeah? Yeah, okay, we got health. We got health. What was I doing before this? What's my objective? Why am I here? Okay, story. Back to chaos. Yes. Is a sword considered a speed weapon? My instinct says no, but we will experiment with that. Yep, turning around. I need to take damage so that I can experiment with healing. Yes, I know that there was rocks. Shrocks.
I will take care of it.
Have any of y'all had videos of Apollo the African Grey served to you on YouTube? He actually is now in the Guinness Book of World Records, but he went through a phase and still sometimes does it, where he starts combining words, and he learned rock and he learned Shrek. Oh, really? All right, I'm following him. And he learned Shrek, and so he puts both Shrek and rock together and goes Shrock. It's hilarious. And now I just say it. Shrock. Okay, my chat froze. This is great. Sorry, guys. I'm refreshing. Gloria brought jazz to us, and it's not like the original at all. Okay. Shrock is the best curse word. I will be using that as a dwarf in D&D. Oh, okay. We're hydrating and blinking. All right. Thank you, calculator. I'm going to try a command here. Does that work? That doesn't even work. Yep. All commands are broken. Something's up. So that's broken. I hydrated on your behalf, and I am blinking on your behalf. All right. Now we get to learn whether or not all the work we just put into a title works with the weapon we chose. Panini? Oh, hoverboard. Now I want a panini. I freaking want a panini now, hoverboard. I blame you. You should have one being to run a mile around the room. No, 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 no. That would be the saddest stream if I just had to run for a mile up and down my tiny hallway. That would be terrible. Launched nuclear arsenal. It's like that game, the movie War Games. Older movie. It's just like that. Now I'm gonna go make a panini. Harrison, you better share pictures.
I will take care of this.
Okay, so I'm not the only one who knows the movie. Good. That movie scared me. Like the sentience of it, but like the creepy sentience. I loved it, but it also terrified me as a kid. War Games with Jeff Goldblum. Was Jeff Goldblum in that? Yes, War Games is the name. I'm trying to was Jeff Goldblum in that? I'm trying to place him in that movie. Was he the scientist?
The actions we take here.
No, he wasn't the scientist.
This battle.
Now you have me questioning everything, hoverboard. But also the fact that like the when he finally like tries to disconnect with the computer and the computer keeps calling him, you know, like, oh, that creeped me out as a kid. That really creeped me out. Because I didn't understand that that's how you used to get internet, you know? And yeah, no, that yes. Yeah, I don't remember Goldblum. I do remember, yes, the Ferris Bueller actor.
Everyone is fighting well. It seems
Wait,
I must try
is he it? Now I'm gaslighting myself. I have to look it up again. Gold DSL and POTS, yeah. I never had to experience DSL, to my knowledge. We may have had it and I just didn't know. But I didn't like start using the internet until like Wi-Fi. We didn't really use the internet that much until later in my life. And then man, do I use internet now. I don't think Mr. Goldblum was in it. Okay. You had me really guessing myself there. Because he was in a lot of movies in that period. And I was like, maybe I just can't remember. Why am I going this direction? I need to go for the green flashies. Oh well, I'm gonna be here with my bud, Jotai. Come on. There we go. Yep. The fact that 3 officers, like, were fighting that guy for bit, and they were still having issues, says that there is something wrong with the allied AI versus the enemy AI in this game. I didn't have the internet in the house until like 06-ish. Yeah. I don't remember exactly when like I had access to the internet. Like we had internet, but I had no reason to use it until like high school and college and stuff and doing research. Like I was aware of the internet and stuff like that, but I didn't use it regular, and now I can't go a day without being on the internet. It's just amazing how time changes. And I remember having to go to the library to get knowledge. When I did research, I went to the library, and I distinctly remember one crazy snowstorm. We had more than 3 feet of snow, and we had a ridiculously long driveway that went up. And I was out there trying to shovel the driveway so I could go to the library because I wanted to research some stuff. Wow, my has time changed. Ally AI have to be bad to make you feel strong. Imagine if AI was just as competent as you. It doesn't need to be just as competent, it just needs to be competence. It needs to be able to, like, 2v1 things and win. Like, yeah, it's supposed to make you feel powerful, but it makes me feel like my friends are dumb and I shouldn't be allying with them. I miss seeing going to the library. I agree, Warden. And like the going through the Dewey Decimal System, and then someone put the book away incorrectly, and you have to figure out, okay, what thought process did they go through when reorganizing this? Can we find it and track it down? Or, you know, being put on a wait list and then finally getting the call that, you know, it was ready and you had to come pick it up. And then the, like, urgency when you have the thing that you really wanted to read and you just don't have time for it and you have to return it or you're gonna get, you know, a late penalty. There is an entire generation that probably has never experienced that. Also, lol, getting snowed in the library was way too common for me. We were pretty far from the library, so it wasn't like easy for me. I think it was Independence Day from a similar year. Oh, okay. Same year. Okay. So I have answered the question that I asked at the beginning and then completely forgot that I asked, in that a sword is considered a speed weapon because we are regenning health. Jung-ha, you need to stop blocking me. You and your claws. Yeah, no, okay. Technically he stopped blocking, so I can't fault him there.
Face me if you think you are worthy.
It's been a long time since I watched Independence Day. That was one of the ones that my dad would bring out occasionally and we would watch, and like I never knew the name of, but there were like certain pieces of it that I remembered. And then like there were other movies that we would watch growing up that had similar like similar vibes, and I couldn't tell the difference between them, and so I kept getting like the storyline mixed up, and so like what I thought was happening in the movies on reflection is not exactly anywhere near what was actually happening. Stop blocking. Okay, I see you, Musus. Yeah, to be fair, he adequately responded to my request. As someone who has spent the last month training AI, I have to think this way. I explicitly said stop blocking. He did. I didn't say what to do. His actions were entirely valid. Talking with AI is a little bit like talking with an autistic person, in that they take things exceptionally literally, and you have to, you know, like, no, I didn't mean it that way, but I didn't tell you that I didn't mean it that way, so technically you're correct. It's like, huh. So I've learned how to ask questions in ways that are much less vague and more explicit. Was that D&D AI successful? So I have currently, I want to do the full game thing. I just do not have time to work on it. I've been volunteered to help with some stuff. And so that's been taking up most of my evenings. And then I have another guy that I'm supposed to be producing music with. and I got into his project and completely wrecked it. So I need to go back and fix that because I did that. And then hopefully my migraine will be gone and I'll be able to return to the AI D&D game. Right now, the only thing that I have is a difficulty estimator that runs through a scenario that you give it characters and opponents, and it runs through 100 scenarios and tells you the success rate of people, of the characters winning, which is great, but it doesn't leverage AI all that much, and I really want to do the story side of it. So that's still in the workings. I just do not have the bandwidth for it right now, and I need to be able to like have about 100 things in my brain at the same time to decide what I'm doing next, and I just don't have the brain power. I think that I'm on like day 13 with this migraine, so it's just not happening. But soon, I really want it to happen. I really, really want it to happen. So talking with AI is like talking to my family. Slight JK. My math teacher in high school, she had 2 kids. One, they were both really smart. One had a disability of some variety, and I don't remember what it is, but they were both smart. But they just the way their brains work, they took things exceptionally literally. And she got pulled into parent-teacher conferences with other teachers saying, your kids are being disruptive. You're like, okay, what happened? She's like, I told him to stop walking around. So he turned around and started walking back and forth. And she's like, well, he technically did what you said. You have to realize that he takes it very, very literally. I'm like, oh, yeah, I get that now. Down to only lemon Swedish fish. Ew. Lemon is the worst flavor. I guess depending on what it is, lime could be worse. Some limes are okay, but the vast majority are bad. But yuck, I never like lime flavored things. Mostly never. I should never say never, but it's not my favorite. Well, I wouldn't mind trying an AI for a short adventure, but I'm a little bit too impatient for that. Yeah. The more I've gotten into the game, the more I realize just how much is involved that you don't realize the DM has to keep track of, and even the players have to keep track of, and so yeah, I really need to figure out a silver thread to just do well, her Musu is long. Good to know. I walked right into that, baby. And figure out a silver thread to do a very simple campaign. Like, my brain likes to jump to the most complex thing first, but you can't do that. You need to start simple and then go from there. Once I am recovered from my migraine, I do definitely want to have development streams. And then especially once I'm able to start testing and such and do that on stream. But I need my brain back first. All right. Finally, we get to end this terrible stage. I personally love DMing too much. I love the idea of DMing. I love the storytelling. I just have so little experience in D&D. I would not be a good DM. And so one of the things that I'm learning as I am going through, this trying to figure out what makes all of the things that are needed to tell a story is I am appreciating DMs so much more and appreciating mechanics of the game so much more. And I would love to DM eventually, but the more I learn, the more I realize I know nothing. You gotta start somewhere. It's true. It's true. I'm getting away from the pub man.
Every one of us are happy to be watched over by you.
Beta testers. Woo! I would love to be able to do beta testing. Beta testing! What about the bent games? Huh? I'm not even aware what that is. Oh, I still have a little bit of Fofi left. Flip-flopping turncoat. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip it. Because the volume is so low, I feel like you guys would have to turn it up to actually hear it, and then if I talk, I'll blast your ears. So I want to skip this. Why won't you let me skip? Whatever, we're gonna sit at this black screen. And I'm gonna have a little soda.
Together with their former enemies and with the people.
All right, Warden, what did you get banned for? Or blocked for? I'm getting away from the puh, man. Get away from me, pistol.
So hard and shed so much blood. So many years to create. Surely the peace that emerged from these kingdoms would last for
Warden said straight, so the bent is mentioned in response. Anyways, an opportunity to be inclusive. Ah, I see, I see. Oh, is this the end? Is that why it won't let me skip? Also, oh yeah. Also, Selpa is Doug Airholtz. Why does that name sound familiar? Oh, now this one's loud.
Brother.
Fine work, son.
Yeah, I knew you had it in you, Chuan. In the end, it is you who will be victorious. But
I'll definitely play a bent game, Warden. Petals. Now's your time to look away, Yura. You said you hate the ending here.
This piece.
That's how you get
But a mere
saucy
dream.
siesta fiesta.
If only the war were over.
Hoverboard.
For good. My lord, what are...
Everyone,
The way the scene ends is something.
let us enjoy this.
It's the... I was so unexpected because he shows no reaction, like no reciprocal love to her. And then like suddenly he does show some form of affection in an awkward way, which I think does to some extent reflect his character. But yeah, given that the character is what it is, yeah. Where did Kwon get so much strength from? Doug Airholtz is a voice actor from my favorite roles of this area: Captain Hazama, Metal Sadramon, and Squall Lionheart. I unfortunately know none of those. Man couldn't carry his name, never mind a woman. Oh, burn! Hoverboard! Wow! Wow! I'm hurting from that one. Holy cow. Officer, I just witnessed a murder. Exactly, Warden. Exactly. I think I'm gonna go way next. Oh, man, Hoverboard. I didn't mean to flame him that bad. No regrets. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I doubt that this person is upgraded. So, we'll see.
Surrounded by yellow turbans. It is the height of foolishness to set up camp on a narrow path.
Ooh, I just realized that the blue on his pauldrons is a different shade from like the purple blue on the rest of his armor as far as Cao Cao. Why have I never noticed that before? It's so obvious.
Do this right.
Put Quan on the boats during the fire attack. This is why I choose quiet characters in games.
Words are not needed for him.
Holy! Oh my goodness, Hoverboard.
We just need to pummel the yellow
Oh,
turbans,
okay.
right?
We have
Let's
a
get this
crazy
over
weapon.
with then.
Do we want to? Yeah, let's just look at it. Yeah, it does need to be upgraded. Should we use the really OP weapon? Why not? Let's use the really OP weapon. I've refrained from... Why you no let me? It's not letting me shift and equip seals. Fine. We will go sealless. Can I do it on this one? No, I cannot. It will not let me equip seals. Dune and Yuan look so cool in that cutscene for no reason. Yeah, it's like, we're starting out woo, let's just make them super cool.
Come to my aid. Without me, there can be no
That's because
victory.
they are cool.
Like one of our superiors.
Jaha Dune will forever just get special attention because of my understanding is he's the lead dev's character, or like someone high up in the company's character and
Now come and face me.
favorite character. And so he will always look epic.
I can't believe it. I've never met someone so strong.
You can't equip steals using the controller. Gotta figure out what the button is. Every other time, I've been able to hit shift and get the seals, but for whatever reason right now it won't let me, and I wonder if it's just because of this is the like beginning stage.
You've saved me.
I don't know. My brain continues to read his name as Boisai, like B-O-I, that spelling. And I kept looking at the B-O and continued to see an I.
Even with my knowledge, I could not best you.
Dune is pretty cool though. He's yep, in a way that Zhang Liao isn't. Wait,
Magnificent. Be sure to call by my camp later, and you
He-
will be duly rewarded.
he definitely has much more fervor, much more go get 'em, much more drive than Zhang Liao. I think comparatively Zhang Liao is a bit more passive and more of a strategist in that way, and Jaha Dune is more like, we're gonna get this done. And you need all types of people. Jaha Dune went out of his way to try and stop Guan Yu from leaving Cao Cao's forces alive to return to Liu Bei. That's true. Well, corporate meddling can be beneficial for Jaha Dune at least. Yeah. Zhang Liao is a chiller. Dune and Liao have different drives though. Yeah, I would agree. Oh, wow. I accidentally touched my controller as I was reshifting, and that was like a horror movie how fast Jaha Dune just spun around and looked us straight in the eye. That was off-putting. Some drives are just worse. What? Let's see. We're actually not terrible. Shift is still not working. All right, let's leave and let's end the game and see if we come back in, if that fixes it. Bro was chilling with Lubu and saw something happen. Saw what happens. Like, okay, let's not be like Louis Poo 13. Jaha Dune. You talking about me? That's exactly what he did. Okay. Can we do it now? Nope. Shift is still not working. All right. I'm going to reboot the game. And see if that'll fix it. This game is perfectly fine and has absolutely no glitches. It is a masterpiece of work. Yeah, I have seals for the weapon warden. What are you talking about? I have all the seals.
During the later Han period,
I don't know what you're on about, but I'll say 7 because it's bigger than the 2 you mentioned. Nope. It ain't working. It ain't working. I cannot equip seals. Like, see, I have seals equipped on this one. If I try to hit shift, nothing is happening. You can hear me like, I'm hitting the shift button. I've never had it not work before. Tab isn't working either. I'm an idiot. No, I'm not an idiot. Everything's still broken. I had caps lock on, so I thought maybe that had something to do with it. But no, the keyboard is not working with this anymore. The controller doesn't have a way to equip seals. I've been through this. There's no way to equip seals here with the controller. I'm clicking every button. That gives the... Oh. Okay. It's X. It's the last... It's literally the last button I pressed. It's X. The UI doesn't tell you that. I tried left shift, I tried right shift, I tried left tab, and there is no right tab. Okay, so X is how you get there. So let's go back. X here. B. What was I even doing? I don't even know anymore. What is it? There we go. Nope, we want officer, assassin, more defense. Yeah, defense up. And then what's the last one we do? Musu. Sure. Sure, we'll go with that. And he's fully upgraded here. Okay, he has an air Musu. Good to know. Just a process of elimination. I have gone through and tried to make it work so many times, but I guess I never tried X. You made me second guess myself because I've definitely equipped seals using the controller. Okay. The outfits of Dune here with the splits and then that the like, what do you call it? The fabric that flaps in the wind as he walks that almost has like a more elegant Western flair to it with his like, it's like ends up being like a long jacket, like Neo vibe type situations. That's a really cool design choice. But how else will one disable them? Penguin tails, kind of?
I must retreat. This is not
Cut every wire.
Another victim has fallen before me.
There we go. I thought that I read the Guan Hai and I thought it was Huang Gai. And I was like, wait, he was on the yellow turban? No, he's a loyal Wu boy. There isn't a problem if there's no wire to cut. I mean, we are moving to quantum computing, so there will be no wires. There will be, yeah, quantum computing will be interesting.
Remember that. For yours is the first head
I mean, so there will still be wires to connect your device to the computer, but within the computer, it'll be at such a small level, wires aren't even small enough. I don't know. I know only the most basics about quantum computing.
So you are my next opponent.
Oh, the cowboy dust protection for their legs. Yeah, chaps. Kind of like chaps, in a way. But, like, mixed with Neo. The Neo jacket. I made that joke during training, and the instructor responded, try it.
I shall return. Remember that. For yours is the first head.
Alright, horse, where'd you spawn? Over here?
Another victim has
Oh, nope, he's trying to run through a wall. Good AI. Good job. Good job. You did good things. I tried it after I got Manchestered.
Sounds like something's up in the Eastern Village.
I don't even know what that means. This weapon is just like Lubu staring me in the face all the time, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
There is no way through, you fools.
Alright, I am not going to get bouldered. I just avoid the boulders. Boulders suck. I don't think I would survive military training.
Could be tough to get by.
Yeah.
Somebody help us.
Oh, the peasants on the right side. I forgot about them.
You must be very foolhardy.
Oh, they're already wiped out. Alright, I don't have to worry about them anymore. Well, that's kind of nice. Part of me always wants to save the peasants, but as soon as they spawned, they died, so don't matter. I've made a bet with a friend that he'd die during training. Oh. Basically, like, do it, and if you don't do it in 24 hours, you get punched in the chest. Oof. Where? There he is. I knew he was around here. So, did you win? I didn't get punched in the chest. There's no winning there.
You have a positive effect on our forces.
Alright, let's go after these reds that are gonna try to murk our main guy. Those coats are just called split coats, a variation of the trench coat. Back in the day, the split coat with the sides and the back. Okay. I learned something new today.
gods in heaven grant me strength. May the winds keep our comrades safe from harm.
No! Stop it. That was my health going purple. I didn't know Dune was a Lubu fanboy. Just carrying around a Lubu banner everywhere we go. It's like a advertisement on a stick everywhere. Everywhere. Not really common in the time period, but a little more fantasy and Western flair, I suppose. Yeah. And that's the vibe I got. He feels a lot more European in that way. Yep, let's go this way.
I can't believe I lost to someone.
Like, I could totally see... They did a decent job of meshing kind of a Western vibe with an Eastern vibe, although he is still pretty Western in his design. But the cool factor, I mean, he's gosh darn cool.
There's a cliff to the south we might be able
Funny
to climb.
enough, with the electrical training I just went through, I learned the basics of disarming a bomb twice. There's a dual meaning in that statement, and I can't quite figure out what it is. You learned to disarm a bomb twice in your life, or in the course you learned how to do it twice. Dealing with electricity is just terrifying. I mean, depending on the amperage is a huge part of whether or not it'll kill you. But yeah, I've heard too many stories from my electrician family of people like bending down to pick up a tool and putting their head in a panel and just, yeah, they're dead. Twice in my life. Okay. I'm not sure what happened, but Twitch just had a stroke, so I was unable to respond in a timely manner. Twitch having a stroke it's like breathing. Twitch is going to have a stroke. I'm glad you're back.
How did you get here?
I went around the rock. I am very sneaky. Very, very sneaky. Yep, nope, he didn't stand up as fast as I wanted him to. I do not want this button to go away, so I will take it.
I cannot die. Not with so much left to do.
Another victim has fallen before me.
Oh my gosh, when you have the extra attack with this weapon, it's just like you're carrying a giant beacon around with you wherever you go. It's so glowy. I am utterly distracted. The only thing that's not glowy is like Lubu's face in the middle of it, which is disturbing. Twitch is going through a stroke. I can't gamble. I know, there is something up with Twitch. I will have none of the commands from Stream Elements are working, and it's bugging me because like even my links that normally run through so something's disconnected with Stream Elements, which makes me very, very sad. You know what? I meant to turn around for a barrel that existed behind me, and I utterly forgot. So no, I didn't win, but on a technicality, I did, since he's going on a different branch. So now, since it's different terms. But if you ask me, I still win. I went around the rock. I am very sneaky. I could imagine Jahadun saying that.
Another victim has fallen before.
Also, Jahadun's initials are XD. You're right. I've never thought of that. You're 100% right, Warden. Stop. No. Yes. Now he is just XD. That's him. We always, simplify Sun Shangjiang because that just takes forever to type out, but Jahadun, like, people always type out or say Dune. I've never had anyone abbreviate it to XD, but now it's absolutely XD. I don't abbreviate names. I'm not slow. I am fulfilling English. I like to type out full names and not use abbreviations, so I don't even look for abbreviations.
Another victim has fallen before me.
Shahadun never laughs, as his name is always XD to make up for it. Calculator. Keep your... yeah.
flames of
We should probably
judgment.
take these out.
Turn the infidels to ash.
There's
Very
the
showy.
cauldron.
But I'm sure
Cauldron?
there's some
Yeah.
way to
Oh,
extinguish
my brain was
the
thinking they were
fire.
called pauldrons, and when I saw a C, I was like, am I wrong or is the game wrong? It was me. It's most certainly not a pauldron. That would be a huge thing to wear on your shoulder. No. Why does the slide not hurt the pauldron? Cauldron. My goodness. They're pauldrons now. I can't unthink it.
Impossible. This must be another trial.
I really like what they did in Origins, taking the wacky cult leader to be someone who's actually relatable. Just kind of, you know, he lost his way. Because he kind of just became a joke in Dynasty Warriors. And you, like, want to get away from it. Excuse me, get away from him. Or actually, since Dune is his first name, you could actually call him DX. He's either laughing or dying, depending on how you look at it. A response for most situations. Jahadun, League of Legends. Well, he's having a blast in the West. Okay, now we have Cao Cao. What do you look like, Cao Cao? We could have some issues, but let's give it a shot. Definitely no titles. I meant to look at moves. He has an Air Musu. Good to know. Divine Justice and an Oriental Umbrella. Why not? I don't care. X. There we go. Attack up 3. Defense up 3. That's attack. Nope. Defense. There we go. And officer. There it is, assassin. I don't know why he has an umbrella. I'm going to regret the fact that he has an umbrella, but he has an umbrella. Oh yeah, this was the really interesting, you know, he just, like, not even, they portray him as such a slob here. And spoiler for Friday's video, there is a point where he is invited to a feast in Origins and he doesn't go. And I'm like, are they intentionally trying to go against the stereotype that they've made for Dongzhuo? And it almost seems like they are. It's really interesting. You won't regret it if it rains. That's true. I know, spoilers, you get information 2 days ahead of time.
I can. What do you slow and what is my
Okay. Lu Bu comes here. I can't remember. Do you have to fight Lu Bu, or do you can you run from Lu Bu? It's been a while since I've played this stage.
First and foremost.
We need more men.
I heard drops. We need drops. That was entirely unhelpful. All of these are Musu. I don't need Musu. Ah, okay. Those doors are open.
There he is. Get him.
No, but it's a nice achievement to brag about. Well, refusing to go... Wait. Well, refusing to go is almost insulting more than being greedy. It might be saying that he thinks so little of them may not be worth his company. The way they played it off is that he was sensing something was about to go bad and he was staying away from it for his own safety. Like I don't know, because in these games, it's like he's always surrounded by women. He's always eating, you know, the gluttony of it. And then in Origins, they like intentionally do the opposite of that, but without, but doing it nuancically, not being blatant about it, which is kind of cool.
My ambition cannot be stopped.
This door needs to open. Why are you not opening? South doors are open. All right. Hello.
I will help you escape. A life as valuable as yours must not be lost.
All right. Now we have to go this way. It's been a while.
And why would you help me?
Hoverboard. I am not letting that through. I am not letting that through.
Quickly, this way.
You also do get an actual achievement. Oh, no, we were supposed to go that way. Gosh darn it. All right, running back. You also do get an actual achievement saying, fine you can, or something like that. Huh? Dongzhuo put points into perception in an attempt to not lose his character in the second chapter of the campaign. I may lose my character when I play D&D tomorrow. We are going to a point that we should not be going to. We rolled poorly on everything except for the one thing that I didn't want us to roll poorly on, and we rolled significantly, and we are going to a place that we should not be going on our level. Hello, Lubu. And I'm utterly terrified for tomorrow. But it needs to be over because I've been stressing about it for a week and a half. To pursue Lubu achievement? Oh, darn, little community name for Dongzhuo's pudding. Big in front. Automod doesn't like that suggestion. It does not. It does not. Let's see. How fast do we die? We can. This is near the beginning. We can try to take him down. No, we can't. Wait. Chen Gong helps you escape? That's so weird considering how he's portrayed in 8. I don't know how he's portrayed in 8. Ah, he's on my tail. He's on my tail. I can't fight him. I can't fight him. I cannot fight him. We're moving. We are moving. Fortunately, he's not as fast as I am.
If I recall correctly, a tiger is kept in a cage here.
Oh, we have to bring out
If
the
we let it
tigers?
loose, the enemy will be thrown into disarray.
Having a tiger run through, a whole bunch of tigers running through your kingdom would definitely be, or your castle, would be difficult. Fight him. I will die. Did you see my health? And I could not sway him. He was taking all the hits and just staring me down. All right, get the door and get the tigers. Get the door and get the tigers. The way that the tigers move is really weird. I feel like if I destroyed the cage, they would go after me first. I don't care. I'm leaving. I'm starting to sense a slight pattern with the characters I enjoy. Looks at Jashu and then Chinga. I had the default sword when I did Surely You Can. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I put it together. I was trying to connect conversations. So you hadn't even used an upgraded weapon. Wow. I don't care. I'm glad for you, but I need my seals. I'm not a hardcore gamer. I just want to enjoy. Just kill Lubu faster before he can kill you. Easy. Seems easy. 30 minutes of fighting Lubu. Just stay in the red. It's not hard. Just don't let him touch you. You know how many times I have been running and then been picked off by a stupid archer or a stupid peon as I come around a corner? You don't want me to rage quit again. Yeah, no. Nope. Please open the doors. I need victories in my life. I don't need any more failures. It probably is a skill issue, Calculator, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I am not good at Dynasty Warriors. I enjoy playing it, but I am not good. Y'all are definitely better than me. You've probably had even more years than me. Why you watch me, I don't know, but I'm glad you're here. Warden?
You think you can escape me?
No, Calculator? No. Y'all, no. No. Stop it. That's a Lubu behind me. Alright, he caught up. I didn't expect that from you, Warden, so I was very surprised. I would definitely say something like that and not understand the implication of it. So I appreciate the fact that you didn't mean it that way. I believe you. Calculator absolutely meant it that way. I'm dead. This gosh darn Lubu. Why am I stopping? I can't take out this thing. What am I doing here? I'm an idiot. I'm distracted. How do I get out of here? No. No, 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 no. I'm going back in this room. This room seems better. Wait, no, those doors aren't open. That's not even a door. How do I get out? I have a Lubu on my tail. If I get stopped by Lubu, I'm out. Like, okay, I think I just need to go for this officer, and then that will allow us to not have this thing shooting up. Of course you block my ice. No, don't stand in front of the thing. Don't. Movie. There's Chengong, not Changong. Gosh darn you. Stop it. No! Now I'm red.
This is not the end.
My ambition cannot be stopped.
How? When does the gate open? When does the gate open? Open the gate. We no longer have Ballista. Good. Oh, that took too long. I thought you misspelled
We
Musu.
must make haste. Our path is blocked. We'll have to find some way to clear
It's better
the
if no one took a moment to think on it. Calculator.
I have better things to do
I
than chase
thought-
after fleeing vermin.
I'm going to lose this because I am befuzzled by your chats. I thought y'all were better than this. And Warden, I totally appreciate that yours was on accident. I 100% would have probably stated that similarly. But the rest of y'all...
I must retreat. This is not the end.
Alright.
My ambition
Break everything.
cannot be stopped.
Break the obstacle. They didn't even give it some specific name. It's just obstacle. Please fire. Thank you. Also, I'm mad I can't claim my free points. Twitch sucks. I don't know what the issue is. Get out. Thank you.
Time for me to take my
Oh,
leave.
I got out right
This
into a
land
stun.
needs a hero like yourself.
That.
May the gods favor you, Lord Cao Cao.
May the gods favor you, Lord Cao Cao, as I'm looking at my dead body and feet. The little shovel nose at the end of the shoes of Cao Cao are the weirdest things. Every time I notice them, it's like, what? Who's the rest of y'all? The rest of the people that were throwing in on it. That's the rest of y'all. Alright, what notification did I just get on my... Nope, don't need to care about that. Nope, alright. Okay, one more time. We're gonna celebrate. I didn't even try the, not a lollipop, what is this, umbrella? Blink. What am I doing? I'm at that time of day where my brain is completely fried and I'm moving just on instinct. There we go, defense. Dang, all that running from Lubu just to be killed by a random. I know, I jumped out of the vehicle and got immediately stunned. Like, how is that balanced? Rest in pieces, Lord Cao Cao.
So you're
Yeah.
Cao Cao. You
Uh,
made quite a name for yourself at the Yellow Turban Rebellion. I can tell you. What do you mean by that?
the lighting in here is making the silver on Cao Cao's cape just like glow.
Slow. And what cut is?
Oh, wow, where did that come from? We have the ambi.
They'd have set an ambush. Still, we must not
Vehicle?
fall here.
Interesting types they made then.
I have to get out of this.
It's a construct that moves. Does that not make it a vehicle? Or does a vehicle have to have locomotion? Guess I've never thought about that. That went a good chunk of my health. Okay. Lovely. Awesome. This is fine. This is fine. Yep, nope, we're... The first run was the best run, and we got glitched over.
I'll crush you like all of the others.
The way Dongzhuo slouches on the chair, he looks uncomfortable. I agree. I agree. Looks very uncomfortable.
I shall
Okay,
return.
he's down.
Remember that.
Open door, open door, open door. Now I have a Disney song in my head, and I really don't want it in my head. Alright, doors open. Get the barrel. I'm trying to strategize. Is there anything I want to do before I go and get a Lubu on my tail? Yes, love is an open door. Thank you, Harrison. I did not need that. It was already there. It's a device that shoots arrows in a stationary position that can only turn.
Quickly, this way.
Yeah, but what is the definition of a vehicle? Is it a construct, a device that does something, or does it have to locomote in some variety? Oh, look. Every stream we get one of you. Goodbye. There went the bot. That chair is so big, I could probably use it as a small bed. You're not kidding. Sounds very vehicle, I'm sure. Calculator. Turret. Yeah, it's a turret, but... Ooh, ooh, ooh. My neighbors are ordering pizza and asking if I went in on it. So let me respond to this text, because I absolutely want pizza. Alright, we'll see. Often they will get like a big pizza and they don't like leftovers, so they'll, you know, let me have the other parts of it. And so I'm wondering if that's what's going on here. No! I was trying to spam through the thing. Gosh darn it. Vehicle, a thing. Okay, so transporting people are good, so it has to be transportation. I don't want to fight Lubu. I do not want to fight Lubu! Especially on land, such as a car, truck, or cart. The vehicle was sent skidding across the road. Okay, so it does locomote. A thing used to express, embody, or fulfill something. I use paint as a vehicle for my idea. So as a verb, that's what it is. So yeah, vehicle does not embody the, that was an arbalist. That was a turret of some variety, of which I cannot think because I have a Lubu on my butt. Up this way. I think I have to kill these. I've completely forgotten what we're supposed to do, but I'm going after these guys. Ooh, Lubu is right there. See how much health you're taking from Lubu when you Musu? You can do it too. I cannot do it too. I did my Musu and he did nothing. He took nothing. I just don't want to even have him exist in this world. I just want to get to the ends. What? Now's a good time to check on my texts. They have not responded. That's a wall. Now it's just the run and Musu stage. That's where we're at now. Alright, there are spood beats and defense over here. Lubu getting Musu'd right out of the pause menu. I know. That's the worst. I did not realize he was directly behind me. I found some captured handmaidens. There's 4 of you.
No idea how grateful I am. I was taken from my very home and held in captivity.
Can I go? Ooh, I can go. That's an extra. No, I can't.
Please take this.
Is there something I actually have to pick up? I think there is actually something I have to pick up. Let's grab the barrel. And then turn around. It's legendary tactic can't mess it up. Oh, you gave me a little bit of health increase, a little bit of attack, a little bit of defense, and a full... Okay. I guess that's the best you could give based on the drops that are in the game. However, I feel like it's not. What's next? How to escape? Leave? Exit? Are these gates open yet? They are not open yet. I forget what I'm an idiot! We have to go through the doors. We went the... Guys, I'm having issues. Alright, we're gonna do the run skis all through the maze. And I'm going to check my phone again. Alright. You know, when my neighbors order pizza, they let me, like, okay, what toppings do you want? I'm like, whatever. I've told them multiple times I don't like black olives or anchovies, and so they never put that on their pizza. Occasionally they do black olives, but it's like, one of these days I'm going to say anything and they're going to give me the most disgusting pizza.
If I recall correctly, A tiger is kept in a cage here.
Wait, just use the
If we
turret
let
to
it
stun
loose,
lock him until he
it can only
dies.
be thrown to
That is a
disarray.
good strategy. That is absolutely, seemingly a viable strategy, and we can try that once we get to the turret. I just gotta get to the turret. My brain pronounces it spood beats. Yep. I love pineapple on pizza. That is arguably my favorite topping. Pineapple and Canadian bacon. I specifically like it the next day after it's been in the fridge. Something about cold pineapple pizza, like Hawaiian pizza, love it. So good. I'm even allergic to pineapple, and I still love it on my pizza. You're generally the worst type of person to exist. I have never had dry pineapple on pizza, no. And I don't think I could eat dried pineapple. I think it has to be cooked, either through a canning process or some other form of heating. No, you aren't even real. So here's the thing. What I'm allergic to in pineapple is the flesh-eating enzyme that is on it, which is great for tenderizing meat and such like that, but it causes my throat to be unhappy. And I haven't had it to the point where it swelled up my throat, but it makes me have a really bad day. So once you cook it, the flesh-eating enzyme goes away. It can no longer live. So it cans pineapple, which is normally what is put on pizza, I have no issue with. It's just like in a fruit salad or something like that, that's when I have issues. Shay, you just started a war with the pineapple statements.
Don't let him get
That
away.
I didn't say pineapple, someone else said pineapple. It's their fault. Isn't that what cold pineapple is? Dehydrated everything after the day passes? No, it's not. It still has plenty of juice. It's hydrated still. No. No. Fun factoid, the flesh-eating or protein-eating enzyme that is on pineapple is the reason why you never see pineapple and cheese together in pineapple's raw form. It actually will curdle and start to break down the proteins in cheese and cause it to like it's been in your stomach. Why did I just start attacking this thing again? I meant to go for the officer. I'm an idiot. Freeze-dried pineapple is pretty good though. I don't think I can have freeze-dried pineapple because I've never had it and I'm afraid to because it hasn't been cooked, and so I'm not sure if the enzyme is still active if it hasn't been heated.
My ambition.
Okay, what is my neighbor saying? I messaged you. They want me. Ah! Okay, guys. I have the chance for free food, but I have to go talk to my neighbors. So give me like 5 minutes, and then maybe by then the pineapple conversation will have cooled down, and then we can finish this up and hopefully bully Lubu. Give me just a moment. Okay, I am back. The complication was they told me pizza, but they were getting calzones, which is entirely different and personalized. So we had to figure that out. Sweet corn is a fun addition to pizza. More people should try it. I have tried pickles on pizza. You know what? I'd be willing to try nearly anything on pizza. Dessert pizza's amazing. I just put my glove on backwards. The only time I've seen sweet corn in pizza was when I visited Thailand. Thailand isn't real. It's like Portugal. It doesn't exist. It's just propaganda. Tell that to my cousins who live there. They were in the earthquake that happened just a few days ago. They said that it lasted somewhere between like 45 seconds and a minute. It was, yeah. They're okay. They're fine. They were a little bit outside of... why am I drawing a blank on the big city in Thailand? But, yeah. Okay. Calming down. We're fine. What were we doing? I need to get my phone back into its state. Oh, look, Twitch is puking. Look, Just, who would have guessed it? Any more soda? A little bit more soda. Now all I have is water. Sad day. Bangkok, yes. Your cousins are delusions of a poisoned mind.
Not be stopped.
Okay. Hi, okay. Warden redeemed a hydrate, so we got a drink. What you missed, Warden, is the fact that I have family, my cousins, and their mom, living in Thailand. And Calculator says that they do not exist. And I said,
Excellent. Now, quickly, we must make haste.
Make haste.
This rat doesn't know when he's cornered. But the time for
Is the door down here open? The door down here is open. Homemade pizzas might include chicken, bacon, sweet corn, peppers with ground. I'd try it at least once. I was looking at chat! I was looking at chat! That's my excuse. That's my excuse. Lubu has withdrawn. Oh, so you can't lure him over here just to sit there and turret him. I guess that kind of makes sense so that you can't cheese it, but I still wanted it to happen.
I must retreat. This is not the end.
My ambition cannot be stopped.
Turning. Trying to think if I've ever had bacon on pizza. I've seen, like, I've seen it, but I don't think... No, I have had it. I have had it. There was a pizza at a local... Well, not local. There was a chain. But it was, like, Canadian bacon, sausage, pepperoni... Maybe not pepperoni. I don't think there was pepperoni. And then bacon. It was, like, all the meats. Shane gets killed because of pizza. Bro, you're about to pack my whole next week with ideas. I definitely, one of my life goals is being good at making pizza at home. I have a good sourdough base, and I absolutely need to work on making pizza with that sourdough base. If I can't get bacon, I go for pepperoni, always solid. Yeah, pepperoni is just a solid choice, the spice that's in it and the fat. But I feel like bacon has like a more earthiness. It has the same salt levels as pepperoni. It doesn't have the spices, but if you get like a smoked... Okay, and here's the question, Hoverboard. You're in the UK. So are you talking like Western bacon? Or like traditional, like the ham style bacon that is normally what bacon is referred to in the UK? Because they're entirely different. Alright, we get Archer Man. I really don't want to play Archer Man. Oh, that is a beautiful... Oh! What a beautiful bow. Streaks of bacon, not the ovals of ham. Okay. I've had many people go to... You've had both. Okay. I've had many people go to the UK and they order bacon for breakfast and it's just ham. It's not bacon. All right. And, my brain's doing weird things. Just get rid of Archer Man's bow. I could, but kind of part of the fun for me is trying to do this the way they were designed. We could use, you know what? We should probably use the super cheaty ridiculous. Even though the other one's really pretty, and I'd like to use it, I think that we should use the cheaty ridiculous one to give ourselves the best chance. I may end up not using his main weapon and swapping to the sword, but I at least want to give it a shot. I've had the ham and I've had the bacon. Both offer a little different. Fair. Alright, so at least we're full upgraded there. I'm certain this guy has no titles.
We must capture Hula
Horse?
Gate and defeat
Horse? There you are.
Dongjua. First, we must seize Sushway Gate.
Do I... I wanted to go up and help up top, but I'm deciding not to.
While I stand, none shall breach this
The
gate.
bending of the bow, oops, I went the wrong way. It actually has a really good animation with the way that the bow flexes. It's not 100% accurate, but it's pretty good. All right, here's where the rubber meets the road. I could not remember that analogy.
I'll crush you like all of the others.
Just keep him off of me. Can't remember. Nope, that's the close one. We want the far one. Gosh darn it. This is... Nope. Nope, 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 nope. There's a specific combo that allows you to keep people away from you, and it's been so long since I've played this. Nope. Nope, we're going sword. We are going sword.
Dongzhuo's rampage must be stopped here.
My gosh.
For my children's generation, if not for my own.
This is not going to go well. I'm hating this already. I hate it. I don't wanna do this. This might be one of the ones that we run over and upgrade a ridiculous amount because I do not like him at all. You can get the really thin sliced 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter cuts of ham, and they are crispy and curl at the corners. That is good. That's one of my favorite things about reheating pizza in my toaster oven is pepperoni and ham will get the crispy edges. And that is the best part.
Inspiring to view such talent.
Was there something in here that I missed? That's not going to super help me. There's not a barrel? Not a barrel. All right. The art of good pizza, yes. And there went the guy. All right, let's go try to cut them off.
Hungry.
Come on, men. Remember, we are the proud troops of Lord Sun
Imagine being in the middle of a big battle and like thinking about food.
Not feeding his troops then?
There went the barrel. Should probably grab that, but I kind of want to hold off a minute in case we get in the red and we get the
Out of my way, cowards.
Musu regen. Gosh darn you. Yep, see, there's a Musu regen. Too thin and they burn, too thick and they begin to dry out and are still just lumps of ham. Yeah. Battles have been lost because of men thinking about food. Sun Jian are demoralized, yep. As we think about pizza. Alright, he retreated. So let's go ahead and grab this. And then we have to go back from whence we came. Because they just like to make us see the entirety of the map. Which, I mean, let's be honest. Someone had to model all of this, and so it should all be appreciated.
And the supplies still
Skill issues on the supply captain's part.
It seems vital supplies
Yuan
have
Shu.
arrived.
I'm not
I believe
moving.
It was your task to ensure that they did, Yuan Shu.
Or is it? It's up there. I do remember this map, only slightly. That's why Cao Cao took out the supply captain. And more demoralization. Shouldn't have used the Musu, but I need this over with. For my mental capacity, I need this to end. I feel wrong using a sword on this guy, but the archer, the arrow, the bow, was not going to happen.
Are you
Insinuating I'm not doing my job. This is not a door. This is not a door. Can I go? I can't even go around this way now. I've messed myself over. Oh my goodness. That's a door. And it's ajar.
You think you can outsmart me?
Where did we get the expression or phrase or word that something is ajar to mean that it's slightly open? Where did that even come from? The entrance was the road. Why would I follow the road? That's too obvious.
This is not the end.
That's another enemy pounded into
Yuan
submission.
Shu. Where's that pizza? Cao Cao said calmly. You avoided it spectacularly. It's like I try to be an idiot, but no, it just comes naturally. Oh my goodness, y'all.
It looks like the way is clear at last.
But she rode up from the
supply troops.
I saw something that made me think that it was a gate. And it wasn't. It really wasn't. drink and drive. All right.
You're out here all alone?
Hydration Nation.
Carelessness in the
It's
ranks
called
of my
rolling a nat 1 on perception to check for the door. Yep, that's exactly what happened, Harrison. I will go clip it sometime. Please, let me see my stupidity and lack of perception. I went online to try and see if there was like a way to quantify a D&D character sheet for yourself, but the way that they try to quantify like your intelligence is like, what is your degree level? I'm like, I don't think your level of attaining a degree has much to do with your intelligence if you are a learned person without actually attaining a degree. And so I got fed up with the sites because they use really arbitrary things, and to be fair, it's hard to quantify these things, but I was curious what my personal D&D sheet would look like.
That's another enemy
And yeah, half of me wants to know, the other half of me is like, I think I'd be disappointed in myself. Nah, the door rolled a nat 20. What level is your degree? I smell classism afoot. Yeah, pretty much, Warden. That's kind of what I felt, and I'm like, I'm not okay with this. Oh, Guan Yu. Imagine if you were allowed to mod Dynasty Warriors and someone actually modded in gore and blood. It would completely change the epicness of this to be much more horrific. Without the blood and gore, it seems epic, but I think if we saw it, we would kind of see Guan Yu as a monster to some extent. Sounds like some wizard supremacy malarkey. It does. It does. Stretching my hands as we watch through this. I think Dynasty Warriors 3 was the only game with blood. Oh, okay. And I mean, it makes sense. Part of the reason why I played this game and it became part of just who I am is because I was able to play it as a kid. You know, it was just violence. There wasn't blood. There wasn't gore. There wasn't, you know, there was occasionally tobacco use or something like that. But there wasn't anything. So my parents were like, okay, that's fine. You guys can have violence. That's okay. But let me tell you a story. When my eldest brother was born, my parents were like, we are not going to expose him to violence. We're not going to let him see violent things, anything like that. He was like 3, and he had a bologna sandwich in front of him. My mom turns her back and then comes back, and he had taken a bite out of a corner of the sandwich and was holding it like a gun and going, pew, pew. And they're like, well, okay, he can have violence. He's already got it. It's just gonna happen.
That's another enemy pounded into submission.
Dynasty Warriors 2 had a bit of a blood impact. Okay. Dynasty Warriors with blood, I think, would lose some of the epic charmness of it and make it much more. It wouldn't be Dynasty Warriors with blood and gore, I don't think. That would possibly be taking it too far. However, part of me still wants to see it. Pro really just said violence is my nature. Yep! Come on. Oh my gosh, this gate takes so much. So much. There we go. We're down. Okay. Now, that is a lot of red. Part of me wants to just run. That's a Lubu. I forgot about that. Why? Do I have to... No, this is the one where we avoid Lubu.
I care not what happens to that pig, but any
No!
man who crosses me will be
No, he is on me. Alright.
Halt! I shall stop your rampage.
I will fight Zhang Liao. I do not want to fight Lubu.
We must protect the main camp.
Ooh. Oh, I forgot. No, I don't want that Musu. I want the other Musu. No, Lubu! No! Don't do it! Don't do it! I don't want you! I'm not pursuing him. He's pursuing me. Evade Lubu and head for the camp.
I have better things to do than
I don't ever remember seeing him jump off the wall. Also crush Lubu. I am not crushing Lubu. I need to not play this character because I am like tilting.
I
because I am who I am. And I'm not using his main weapon, which is bothering me, but if I use his main weapon, I'm bothered. So I just need to stop playing this character. I am not going after Lulu here. It's just not going to happen. Although, with this character, the bow can bully him and keep him off of me. I've done that before, but I don't have patience for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Do it for the Vine. Ah, those days. Whatever happened to Vine? I know it shut down and such, but like, what was the story behind that? Why did Vine go away? And I remember thinking how stupid it was because it was only like 6 seconds. It's like, what? But that was really the precursor for modern day shorts, you know, and such like that. 6 was a little bit too short, but now there's, you know, some shorts on YouTube that are like 5 seconds, and it's really interesting to see the history of pop or common media. The Vine will only be in the history books, but it did exist.
The Allied commander is in danger and is requesting immediate assistance.
I am not getting back to help the Allied commander. I just need to get this guy. Okay. Whee!
I'm not through yet.
Oh, someone did a clip and highlight. Was that you, Harrison, or who? I'll have to check that after stream. I think it was largely because of competition and monetization or lack thereof. Yeah, the Vine didn't have monetization despite the fact that it was kind of more mainstream first. Look at the swagger that Shahadun has. Hoverboard did. Okay. Thank you, Hoverboard. I will look at it a bit. Oh, the missing the gate. Missing the obvious. From here on out, when I miss something obvious, it's just going to be called missing the gates. It's missing the gate now. The garden path just like led straight to it, and I'm like, no, the gate's over here. It's gotta be, guys.
You teach them a lesson, will you? They feed me once, and now I've got to look after this.
Okay. I'm gonna skip this. Got my hydration. Dion Way. Should we do the lucky hammer? It's totally ridiculous. I was a little harsh, but as someone not reading chat while controlling a horse in a game, easier said than done. Dion Way is best boy. After this one, I gained a much greater appreciation for Dion Way. Before, I just thought that he was like a brute. But he actually is kind of sweet. Defense, and then, where are we at? Officer Assassin. There we go. Divine Justice, sure. We'll keep that one. He is a good soul, and that is why he dies. I know. Especially on Cao Cao. Anyone good gets sacrificed. A brute? Nah, he's adorable. No, I agree. I agree now that he's adorable. But prior to this one, I didn't. Alright, do we want 6 strong or... I don't know. We'll just go with that. We are not upgraded. This is going to go terribly, but then we can go upgrade him. But I just want to see how terribly it's going to go first.
I will draw the enemy's attention.
I thought he had a shield. No, that is quite the mallet.
Our lord is in your hands, new recruit.
New recruit. It's so weird hearing him say that. Why does this look like from a carnival? The like whack-a-mole hammers. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just gonna go this way because that's the direction that I was pointed. Ooh, I should grab that bun because seals don't give you the health to start out with. I wonder if I should have gone north. I probably should have gone north. I probably should have actually paid attention to the dialogue. It's clearly a golden saucer game hammer. I don't even know what that means. It's so ridiculous. It's intentionally ridiculous, but it just reminds me of a it's just a toy. like from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, when they had the animation that interacted with real characters. So like when real characters would pick up an animated object, it would be so out of proportion, intentionally so. But it, oh my health bar. Imagine Tianwei playing whack-a-mole on the person's heads. Oh, I did not mean to swap weapons. Final Fantasy VII Gold Saucer is like a casino. Oh, okay.
Who's next in line?
Like, chat. I played through part 1, didn't get Rebirth yet.
Shahoduin has an eye for talent indeed. You were truly magnificent.
Do, 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 do. There's a barrel. Alright, I'm going for the barrel. Oh, these are yellow turbans?
It worked. They're on the move. This ought to make things easier for Shahoduin and his
I have them, but I restarted part 1 because part 2 got PC support. Ah. Yeah, it is nice to go revisit. When a sequel comes out, go revisit the first. And I'm sure that that's part of the marketing whenever there's a sequel, is they're banking on the resurgence of the original as well. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. If Cao Cao dies to that cloud of red around him, I'm going to be very, very sad. I think the only Final Fantasy I played personally was on the PSP, and it's when you play Zack, and Cloud is a complete wimp. And then Zack dies at the end. And I loved playing that. I did. I watched my brother play through the Dirge of Cerberus so many times with Vincent Valentine and all of that, and I loved Vincent Valentine. Like, I had never seen a character like that. I really enjoyed watching that one. Nostalgia over games that came out on 4 separate discs. Crisis Core. Dude, I think the martial arts from Tifa was the best part for me. They captured the anime energy and realistic accuracy techniques at 60 FPS or more. That's pretty cool. Crisis Core was my first Final Fantasy VII game. We were never like huge Final Fantasy VII people, but the ones that we did play, I totally get why people love the game so much.
You're out here all alone? I welcome such carelessness in the ranks of my enemies.
I'm just a little scared. Just a little scared here. I did not mean to swap weapons, but I did, so let's go ahead and do that again. I'm torn about picking up the barrel now or waiting until I'm red. Zack dying actually caught me off guard because I knew nothing about Final Fantasy VII, made me cry. I didn't want him to die. I actually timed out the game. You know, at the end, they make you so underpowered that you're supposed to die. I had ground out so many levels and so many items that I played it for like 15 minutes or more and didn't die, even though you like move at 1 mile per hour and can't hit things and people just keep coming. And the game was just finally like, you know what, you just need to end. And it went to the final cutscene.
This place is ours.
But yeah, it was very visceral. I felt sad at the end of that. My first Final Fantasy overall was 9. I think my first exposure to Final Fantasy was the Final Fantasy VII movie, which was lent to my brother in English, which if you've seen it after the fact, I watched it in the original language with subtitles, which makes the English one hilarious because they didn't want to use like cussing or anything like that. And so when he calls someone an illegitimate son, he just instead says, "You meanie!" It's the most hilarious insult. It was supposed to be a big insult and it just comes across as childish. It's hilarious. And now I'm recalling the late Monty Oom's Dead Fantasy YouTube series. I'm not familiar about that. Advent Children and Linkin Park were the vibe at the time. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. I don't know my goal here. I think that Cao Cao still bet down there fighting a cloud of individuals. So I might have to go back for him. Might be nostalgia talking, but Zack Fair is one of my top 5 characters of all time for video games. I think he is very underrated because, you know, he goes away so quickly. Like, I thought that Cloud was the bomb because all I had seen was Advent Children. And, you know, he's a main character in that, of course, and he's pretty epic. And then you go back to that one and see Zack, and you're like, Cloud is nothing. Zack is where it's at. That's not the move I just wanted to do. Oh well. Let's go ahead and eye any health. There's health in this corner. All right. So at least we can start moving our way. Smidgy over there. Monty made a YouTube series that had Dead or Alive characters and Final Fantasy characters collided, like a fighting choreographed story. Oh! I wonder, can I hide spoilers? Nope. No spoilers hidden.
I must retreat.
All right, let's go grab some health. This corner. I got completely turned around.
An excellent display of skill.
Okay, that's a lollipop. There's also food in that other corner. How quickly he wields the hammer makes it seem even more like a toy. Like it's just a blow-up hammer.
Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall see.
The balance has been swung in our favor. Finish the job.
That is Cao Cao down there. Oopsies. Defeat the remaining officers. That's fine. Imagine if the lollipop guys had Dion Wei's moveset. No! No! The one saving grace with lollipops is that they do not move quickly. Dion Wei actually moves quickly. If lollipops had that, I would hate them so much more. No. I'm not sure I would rage quit, but I would not be happy. I would not be happy at all.
Fight me now for glory.
Why does my phone keep sleeping? You're not supposed to sleep. Dynasty Warriors needs combat mods. Just so that we can experience the depth of hatred for the PCs. Not PCs. NPCs. There we go.
This place is ours now.
Okay, how many officers are left? Let's grab a barrel. Only one officer.
Who's next in line?
Of course, it's on the other end of the map. I could have planned this better, but I did not.
Now is the time to attack. Everybody, to battle.
Oh snap, He-Man. The comparison, the end of this hammer is like, it's the size of Dion Wei's torso. That's what I'm trying to say. Words are not coming to me. It's insane. Where's Skeletor? Okie dokie, night all going to switch to some bedtime horror movie. Oh great, because that'll make you have lovely dreams, hoverboard. Have a good night, hoverboard. Good to see ya. Also, why before bed? My question exactly. That's a choice. And I mean, if it's what works for you, I guess that's fine. I don't understand it, but I also hate horror. I've conditioned myself to work this way. Okay. I don't know why someone would want to condition themselves, but you do you, man. Sometimes I like to watch videos of unsolved murder mysteries before bed. I can kind of get that, but I think it would also bother my sleep, and I wouldn't like those dreams. Ah! I love these two together. It's awesome. No nightmares for 12 years. That's... Wow. Slipknot as lullabies. I got you. One of the things I never recommend you doing is researching bed bugs while you're trying to, like, fall asleep. That was a mistake I made at one point that I will never make again. Ever. I was reading all the stuff about bed bugs, and then suddenly I was feeling stuff crawling on me, and then I couldn't sleep. It was, every time I laid down, I felt things crawling on me. All right, 1v1, 1v1.
If we can hold out here,
Well, technically it's not 1v1, because oh my gosh, I have too many teammates around me. Guys, you're actually making this worse. Oh, did I just buff myself? What did I just do?
An excellent display of skill.
That was really fast. I expected that to go longer. Alright, no texts about food yet. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we might be able to do one more before food comes. Bedbugs mentions nightmares incoming. When there was all of the bedbug issues in France and people traveling around, you know, and bringing bedbugs with them, I became very, very, like, overly sensitive about bedbugs, and now I have bedbug spray that I travel with. I don't know if it helps, but it makes me feel better. I love that design for the peacock. Or maybe it's not a peacock. Whatever that bird is for Wei. It's a good design. Okay, this dude we're gonna have some issues with because he takes so much damage. What is the OP weapon for him? Ah, the Tiger of Ding Dong. I forgot. That's, yep, the Tiger of Ding Dong. It gets me. They had some good time. Gotta keep that shark repellent on you. Yep, exactly, Warden. Exactly. You know what? Let's give ourselves a cheaty ace. Let's give ourselves the best way of this. Actually, I'm not going to overthink it. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm not going to overthink it. We're going to give ourselves a cheaty ace. And why do I only have a defense 2 on that? No, we need defense 3. That's not good. Defense 3. There we go. Skills. Yes. Please maximize it all. We need it. What does he have? So he does have a rage spike. Okay. This is not going to go well, but we're going to try it anyways.
What? My lord.
Whenever someone appears off screen, I love it. Oh my gosh, the bell. We're literally looking in the bell.
Yes, my lord. Come, Juju.
Wee.
I'll be back soon, Dian Wei. You keep our lord safe.
Leave it to me. I'll see you again soon.
I'm very scared for this one. Very scared. Oh, we do a lot of damage. Once we start taking damage, we just have to keep them on the back foot. That's the win conditions, keeping them on the back foot. Although it's kind of a lollipop fighting style against a lollipop fighting style, so let's go ahead and roll around for a bit. That did so much damage.
How many was that? I've lost count already.
As long as we don't take damage, we win, right?
You encourage us all, but we won't fall behind in the race.
The dancing with the bell is oddly balleretic, which I don't think is a word, but it is now. Oddly like a ballerina, which is balleretic, which sounds like ballerina diuretics, which, no. I don't need to think about that. Oh, so apparently, when we were younger, I used to see my cousins a few times a year. Now that we're older and they have their own families, I don't generally see them. But one of my cousins turned into I don't want to say professional, but a highly competitive bodybuilder. Like, highly competitive, like nationally. And I saw a picture of her and I'm like, what happened? She's amazing, but terrifying. You know what I mean? Ballerina diuretic was my first thought. We think so much alike, Warden. It's crazy. Okay, that's Sauron, so I don't need a Musu. Stop it. Just stop it. Where did you go? Oh. With the guy taking up, you know, a fifth of the screen and then the bell taking up a third, it's a bit rough to even, like, aim for something. Alright, I think that secures our base. Get out of the range of the archers and then get a horse. Horse, horse. Oh, Sao Ren is my bodyguard? Bodyguards need bodyguards? That's a thought I've never had. If you hire a bodyguard, can they also hire bodyguards to help them do their job? Or is it... Huh, never thought of that before. Why aim? This weapon is huge. You probably will just hit the target. Yeah, even if I'm not trying to. It's so ridiculous. So utterly ridiculous. And as far as models, it's actually not the largest model. I think the largest model is the Anchor. That's ridiculous. This one's just hilarious. How I turned that way, I'm not sure. But I'm stuck in here now.
So you are my next opponent.
Endless line of bodyguards, yes. Each going down in monetary, you know, value. You know, the most expensive one will be the one directly guarding, and then part of the wage that he earns or will be paid to the bodyguard to protect the bodyguard. And then if that one has it, you know, it's like the farther away you get in the concentric circles away from the center, the lesser quality they get, which is also a funny thought for like an off-brand bodyguard who like does it on the weekends. It's like, yeah, I had some self-defense training. Sure, I can be your bodyguard. That would be a hilarious premise for like an action comedy. That would be that. I've seen some movies that have a similar premise, but not that exact one, and that could be funny. Hire 10 bodyguards. Each bodyguard hires 10 bodyguards. Repeat the process to the power of 10. Take over the country with your new military. That's exactly right, Warden. That's exactly what would happen. The bodyguard pyramid scheme. Exactly. That is what it is. Does it on the weekend. The reserves. I love that you're here, Warden.
So you are my next opponent.
That's exactly the analogy there. Okay, get out of the main base. Oh my gosh, they are already in. No.
As do you. I will be glad
to
face you in battle.
Oh. Camera is doing weird things, and I think I forgot about that Musu. Ooh, twirly twirly. I'm looking at my phone, which continues to sleep even though I told it not to. Oh! I didn't realize that was the end.
However, we shall meet in battle again. How many was that? I've lost count already.
It is the I've lost count already a benefit on his prowess, like saying he's caught a lot, or is it a dig on his intelligence saying he can't count very high? I'm not sure. I love the interactions that Dion Wei and... Oh, yep, that is food. I thought I heard it. Alright, so this will have to be our ends. But I love the interactions that Dion Wei and Jushu have. They're unlikely friends, but they balance each other out so well. It's really cute and beautiful. Alright, telling my neighbor. Oh, wow. I spelled... Okay, thank you, phone. Oh, this doesn't end. This continues. Oops. Jushu should have Santa Claus outfit with the bell weapon. There isn't pineapple in this one. This is a bunch of meat and vegetables. But they, I think, are waiting on me, and they didn't give me an ETA, so I didn't know how long we had. But it's now. They said food has arrived. So, 1, they're adorable. 2, is there pineapple? There is not pineapple. They got calzones, not pizza. I've never had pineapple in a calzone, and I don't know why not. But for me, calzone needs like a ton of meat in it. like meat and veggies just like piled through it. So that's what I got. But I do need to go join them. So I appreciate you all. I'll have lit. All right. I do need to go. Thank you all. I appreciate you. It's great to have you.